How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another watch along. It's the first one of the pre-season going into the 22-23 season next season, and it's a Friday fixture, Nuremberg. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Well pronounced, yeah?
Well pronounced.
A man of culture, Julian, so I'll listen to you on that one. You travel all over the world. Introducing, obviously to my right, Helen. It's been a little while to do a watch along in general, but...
It's been a long time.
You good?
I'm good.
Yeah? And on this side here, it's the positive sofa.
It's the positive sofa.
Let me start with Julian.
We like to think so.
Back again.
No, I'm not back again. This is the first ever watch
Back
along.
on the channel again.
Yeah.
It's actually a lovely lineup today, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm sure people
It's matched up quite.
They might not
do you
include
think
me
they'll-
in that
Yeah,
lovely
it's a lovely
but yeah,
lineup.
in terms of
Of course they will.
today,
Of course they will.
Yeah.
Turkish, and if they
It's
don't, I will.
interesting, isn't
And
it,
if they don't
Ty?
Turkish, I will include it.
Say
Okay,
no more,
I will
Ty,
include
Say
it.
no more. You're fighting my corner, and obviously Ty there at the end. Big up
Thank
Ty.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
What are you saying, Ty? Man, I haven't spoken to you in a little while.
No,
Are you happy about the summer so far, the transfers and whatnot?
Yeah. Happy-ish.
Happy-ish, yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's nice, but we obviously need more. So hopefully, we can get more in.
Yeah, Julian. Transfer window so far, happy?
Yeah, I'm happy so far because it's still, we're a third of the way through it. Still nearly a couple of months to go.
Well, I think it actually opened on the 10th of June, so
Yeah, it's about
just hit a month, yeah.
Yeah, a third of the way through it.
Yeah.
So, a third of the way through, we've done pretty well.
Yeah.
We times 3 of what we've
So
brought in.
what's the ratio like? Are you planning like so many every few weeks, or what's the
a good
maths
question.
behind it?
Yeah, it is a good question. I think we need to cover certain positions, and I think we're well ahead of schedule to cover
Oh,
those
really?
positions.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Well
Yeah.
ahead, okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Well ahead.
Well ahead because we signed a striker, or
Well ahead in relation to how long to go. And the fact we're only a third of the way through it, and I think we've covered more than a third of the positions we need to cover.
What about someone like me who'll say we've got a month left till the season starts? I know it's a third of the way until the transfer window ends, but how many times have we started the season not ready? I think I'm looking at, getting most, if not all of it done, 2/3 into
Yep.
it. How
Yeah.
important is that?
Okay, in a perfect world, I absolutely want everything in place before America, give a couple of weeks to
Which is next
bed
week.
in. That would be the perfect world. However, the way that I look at things is long term. Yes, of course we want a good start. Yes, we want everything in place before the beginning of the season. But when we sign a player, I'm not looking at signing a player for a couple of games. I'm looking at signing a player for 4 or more years. So if they have to wait a few weeks into the season to get that right player, I think that's a wait and a sacrifice worth making.
Agree, Ellen?
well, I agree if that right player is actually signed.
Yeah.
Because there's importance on them hitting the ground running as well, because it's the third year, Arteta and Edu have been here, the process, as people like to call it. So as much as you're right, signings are not just for the first few months of the season, they are for the next few years. This season in particular, I think we're all aligned on what we need to do,
Yeah.
which is
Without-
minimum top
yeah,
4.
without
Yeah.
a shadow
Absolutely.
of a doubt.
Absolutely.
So we have to,
Because, situations are showing now, not finishing in a certain position has a very big knock-on effect, on
yeah.
the desirability of joining whatever football club goes in for certain players.
Yeah, there's
True.
been a lot of
You
hijacking
have
this
to
summer.
remember that.
There's
So
been a lot of hijacking
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
summer.
but then we've done a bit of hijacking. I mean, there was more than one club after Jesus.
Yeah, but we
Jesus.
could offer him the best terms
Yes.
in
Yeah.
terms of first team
Yeah,
football.
so
Yeah. Exactly.
And you've got to remember though, Julian, he's a player coming in that's won pretty much everything.
Absolutely.
There's
Yeah,
not
but
going to
he's-
be that many players in his position that have been at a club that have won everything,
Absolutely.
that have got a good, strong financial package offered to them to go to them.
Yes.
yes, so that
Very
absolutely,
good, very good.
So that absolutely
Hello.
proves that Champions League football isn't the be-all and end-all of signing a player. There's various different factors, and one of the big factors, probably the biggest factor in signing players, for the players' motivation. I don't like to say this, but it's not about what football they're going to play. It's about how much money they get.
No, it's about
Well, I don't
ambition
know, I think
as
it's
well.
sometimes it's
depends. Yeah, it's ambition as well.
I'll say
Some-
I'll say it's both.
Yeah, and the fact he's won everything means that he's still quite young. He'll probably continue to want to
Yeah.
win stuff. So I think it's a brilliant
Yeah.
signing.
It's a
I
brilliant.
know it is a good signing, but I'm saying you're not going to get many players in his position that are willing to go to a club that isn't challenging
Yes.
for the elite things
That's a good point.
within
Yeah,
the
even-
league they're going
If you're
to.
not at the top end of challenging for the highest honours, then money is the next in line in terms of motivation.
Yeah, but
for these
how many
players.
players are just going to go for the money and not look at Rafinha, for example? Yeah,
Brilliant
He's looking at maybe money.
He'd
But
make more at
he's
Chelsea
not really
than
looking
Barca.
for money. He's looking
Oh,
for
of
going
course he's
to.
looking for money.
No, but he'd make
I
more.
don't
He'd
think
make
he
more
is.
at
I don't
Arsenal,
know.
Chelsea than
Arsenal would have
Barcelona.
offered him a good package,
Yeah.
just like Jesus.
I mean, I'm not sure
And is he
about
going to
that
play at
with
Barcelona as well?
Barcelona.
But Barca's heritage comes into.
Barcelona's heritage, but they spend a lot of money. That's why they're in financial
But
difficulties.
at the moment they don't. They can't.
Well, they've been spending 105% of their revenue on wages, so they do spend a lot.
Yeah, but in terms of financial clout, the Premier League teams, especially the big six teams, are on
stronger
another level to them
financially.
at this moment.
It's on
in time.
another level, but Barcelona have been keeping up with them. For me, it's ridiculous. They can't afford to, but they still do. It's why they're in trouble.
Yeah.
And they continue, and somehow they keep getting the money. I don't know where.
Well,
but
yeah.
maybe they keep getting themselves more and more in debt. And at some
The
point, it will
structure's
implode.
different in
It is very different.
Barcelona to in the UK.
He's very different. And you do say that, Julian, but look, in the end, they caught with them when they allege that they couldn't afford to re-sign Messi, didn't it?
Well, yeah.
So, and that's one of their best players of all time. So for them to not afford to re-sign him means that he's caught with them, hasn't it?
Eventually, but...
No, but he has, though, in a massive way.
But they've had him in his prime. I mean, Messi's still a fabulous player.
They
But
have.
I don't think anyone would argue against the fact that he has had his best years.
Well, you said...
And they kept him for all that time on outrageous wages.
Yes, you say that, but then how many people would take Messi now? How many a bad Messi is still unbelievable, isn't he? So,
I mean, he would have made a lot of his salary just from shirt sales. He's, as much as you can say he got ridiculous amounts of money,
he generated that revenue.
He generated so much revenue because it is a commodity, it's a business at the end of the day. And certain players will bring that. Jesus, I believe, will be good business for Arsenal Football Club. The shirt sales alone in Brazil that he will sell and around the globe. It's not just the UK revenue.
That shirt number thing is actually why I don't think we're going to bring in another top attacker. I know we was linked to Rafinha and it hasn't gone through, but the fact that 14's gone to Eddie and 9's gone to Jesus, listen, we know what this club's about. We know what this owner's about. If there was a top attacker coming in, and by top, listen, Jesus is a top attacker, but he isn't that, he isn't, let's say, a Gnabry level coming in, been there, done that, and not only been there, done that, but been a focal point of doing it as well. We ain't got the numbers in attack for that. 11's gone to Martinelli, 14's gone to Eddie, 9's gone to Jesus. We're not going to bring in an attacker and give him...
I totally understand exactly what you're saying, but if we were to bring in that player, I don't think it really matters anymore. It's not that traditional numbering system in a team. Like if you brought in, I don't know, Messi and you gave him 50, who's going to care?
Yeah, well, that's...
Do you see what I'm saying? I don't think it's that.
That's a good point, yeah.
It's really not that deep right now. It's the player sells the shirt. It's not the number the player's wearing. We've gone away from those days, if you get what I mean.
I get that. But at the same time, I think part of them giving it to the young players is to also attribute a number and confidence and motivation. And
there's that. And I'm thinking they're trying to build that DNA factor around the club because we're seeing it in all of the PR things going around, even with the new designs on certain... Like we've got a new DNA range. I don't know if you've seen it, but I think some of that's linked back to
I don't
the
go
whole
on Arsenal
philosophy
direct.
and story of, because every fashion show will have a story behind it. So I just think it goes back to business,
It's always business, especially with the Kroenkes.
Yeah, but it is business. We already discussed that. The Kroenkes are businessmen.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The shirt number
I just
doesn't
don't
matter
see that as a
what
bad
number
thing.
they're wearing.
Depends what kind of businessman, though. Because a businessman with multiple entities, obviously, they use certain businesses to leverage other businesses, whereas a businessman that's got a focus on said business, winning and ambition and making that said business the best in the world or the best in its market.
That's more ego, though.
Partly. So maybe...
I don't think it is for the Kroenkes.
No, I'm saying...
I think it is a business for the Kroenkes.
There's two different businessmen role models he's just mentioned.
Yeah.
One's an ego-driven because you want to have the best team, you want to be that winner. Some it's all about money, so they might be winning the money game. Do you see what I mean? You don't see their books.
I totally acknowledge that they're about the money, but I just don't see that as a bad thing. You're quite right. They will have multiple businesses, but to be in a position to be able to own a club like Arsenal, you're not just going to pull that money out your back pocket by not having various businesses and not being successful in lots of different businesses. So I would say that to be a businessman, you'd have had to have, and you continue to have a lot of businesses to be in that position to be owning Arsenal.
Yeah, but then
Yeah, but that goes
it depends what end of the.
without saying.
It depends what business you have interest in to determine whether they're successful owners or whether they're owners that don't give a shit. If you're an LA Rams fan at the moment that lives in LA, you're gonna be like, these owners care. If you're an LA Rams fan that lives in St. Louis, you're gonna have a very, well, maybe not a fan anymore because of the move. You're gonna have a different opinion. If you're an Arsenal fan, you're gonna have a different opinion, and that's what I mean about when you have multiple businesses. Then there is a priority to it. You know, you can't manage them all with the same.
Well, on
focus.
a positive note, I'm hoping that now they're generating better times in LA, especially after that Super Bowl, like
and their
amazing
hockey team or something.
They're winning now. So maybe it's the time they're getting their winning formula within their strategy, potentially, right?
Hopefully.
And they apply that to now Arsenal Football Club.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Because they have a business model that they go by. They're not just going with their heart. They're not going with their head saying, I want to win. I want Arsenal to be here. They've got a said formula that they follow within their business structure.
A couple super chats here. Danny says, big up Turkish, and Helen Dave says, Sanchez was number 17 shirt. Numbers means nothing. Fair enough. That's a good example.
It's just what I see going around football. Forget Arsenal, just at other clubs. You know, everyone's not so romantic about a number. The player will sell the shirt. It's about that name. Whatever number, if you bring in that elite player,
it's the name on the back.
It's the name on the back shirt that sells.
Of course.
The young kids want to go and get that. Like every season, you'll be like, the kids, whose name drawn on the back? It's about the player. It's not the number they're wearing.
No, I want to say thank you to Ty. He's been helping me through depression with his silly opinions. Never change, Ty. There's a few of you in this world.
That's all right. I'm glad that you. I'm sad that you're in depression and you come out of it, but there's no need to be rude.
There you go. ATVF
They were
says.
paying you a compliment.
Not if they're saying I'm
Yeah,
silly.
it was a compliment with a light,
That's what
a light bit of shade.
Because I'm sorry, anybody. I take my hat out to my heart goes out to anybody that suffered from depression. But I'm sure depression should show you about humility and not to be rude. Because any silly rude comments can affect. They're not going to affect me as much as people who are in a bad situation. So I think, even though you've been in depression and you've got out of it, I think you need to learn a lesson in humility and how words can hurt people. Because I'm sure when you were in depression and if somebody gave you a bad comment, you wouldn't take it too well, would you?
Well, he says he is. So I won't read this one that says Turkish is as deluded, but I'll move on to AFC Max saying, hey Turkish, I sent you that DM on Twitter. Good to see the crew back again on AFTV. Can anyone tell me why Pippa and Charlene have gone AWOL? Oh, Charlene was just here. Love for the love from Australia. Charlene was just here. Pippa's been busy. Pippa's doing Masters football, BT
Pippa's at the football today. She's
at the Euro.
At the game.
Yeah, there you go.
Euros.
So everybody's around. And I will say that, listen, I always say about me, but I'll say it for Turkish if he doesn't say it. You can't call Turkish deluded until you're doing what he's doing and more than him. And I see what Turkish does on a daily basis, and you can't and you won't. So that's what I got to say.
Nah, my guy, Ty, come on, man. You know what it is already.
So it is nice to just remind everyone that online abuse
is not
nice.
Absolutely,
it's not needed.
It's not.
And you know, whether you might be a strong character and you might take it as a joke and answer them, it hurts everyone. No one needs.
Listen,
to
the
be
rudeness. The rudeness is what annoys me. If you don't agree, but don't start attacking someone because it's wrong.
Got a few good comments. Big up yourself, Ty. Ty talking facts. Well said, Ty.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
A few good ones coming in. Benny as well from America. He's tall, he's long, he's a brick wall. Whoa, it's Turner in goal. Exciting times for an American Arsenal fan here.
Oh,
well,
brilliant.
yeah, it is. Well,
I'm actually looking forward to seeing Turner in goal.
To see Matt, yeah.
See what he's about.
But on that, let's go into the lineup because Turner is the only debutant today, I believe. So we've got Turner in goal.
There should be another one. We've got young.
Okay. Let's say new incoming debutant.
Yeah.
Turner's in goal.
Yeah.
Bellerin, Walters is the name
Walters,
you
that's
guys
the
are
one.
saying.
Oh, rule.
And he's a right back as well, so
Right back.
yeah, him and Bellerin. That was quite strange that they should both be picked.
Ty, you know much about Walters?
I do. I've seen him in non-23s.
Can he tuck into centre back?
I think he can. I don't know if he
'cause
will.
I'm looking at I'm looking Mari Tierney. So
Oh, Amari. Oh,
yeah. So I'm assuming.
is Amari on the lineup?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
Amari's going to be centre half.
fantastic.
Well,
I've
listen,
been waiting for him.
this is the
to
chance
get
he's
his
been waiting
chance.
for, isn't he? So
I
he's
don't know
going to
much
hopefully make
about
the most of it.
Walters, but I don't think Bellerin can play centre back. That's
No,
for
Bellerin
sure.
might be playing
So
centre
let's say
back.
Walters goes centre back.
Ainsley
Yeah.
as well, midfield.
Oh
Ainsley,
yeah,
another chance
Lokonga,
for him.
Maitland-Niles and Smith-Rowe, and then in the attack is Pepe, Nelson and Eddie Nketiah up top. So that's the lineup. On the bench, Runnison, Okonkwo, Cedric, Sosa, Gabriel, El Nene,
yes.
Smith.
Sosa is the Mexican young man. He's from a talented family. He's got 2 talented sisters.
What, not Flores?
Is it Flores?
Yeah, sorry.
What does his sisters do?
No, Flores. I'm talking about Flores.
Oh.
Oh, his sisters are footballers as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
El Nene, Smith, Patino, Marquinhos,
Charlie.
Martinelli, Balogun and Jesus. So Jesus and Marquinhos obviously on the bench. and
Okay.
It must be rotation sub today.
It must be rotation
It
and
will be. You're going to
Half-time,
play it. You're just going to try and give everyone minutes.
And
it's all about-
hopefully.
it's all about fitness, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, and obviously, as fans, you
some
want
in
to see
the-
the new players come into.
Also, could it be potentially some in the shop window?
Yeah.
Of course, I think
You know,
Mari,
show
Bellerin.
talent,
I
you know,
think.
the players you wanted to go out on loan or possibly.
Let me look at
potentially
this. Let me
sell.
look at this again. Because you're right there. There's a few players.
I mean, that's how I would be thinking if I was the coach.
I'd say Bellerin.
Who I want to use and who I want to loan out.
Bellerin, Mari, Maitland-Niles. Surely this, and Reece Nelson, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah,
Surely
Reece
this is
Nelson's
their.
I think that's a selection.
Yeah. I mean, partly maybe trying to say that, listen, if you don't want to pay up the money, then we'll keep players like Bellerin.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a balance. It's a game because they know that we're not going to go into the season again with Cedric, Bellerin, Maitland-Niles. They know we're going to need to offload at least a couple of those names.
Yeah.
That's Eddie, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Eddie's starting.
Yeah. Bellerin's captain. This is what I
So
don't
it's
really...
This is weird, isn't
15.
it? That a player that's obviously on his way out, they make captain.
It's 15
I'm glad you
Walters,
said it. I'm glad the
right?
positive guy said it and not me, because if I said it, I'd be another...
Unless they know this is his last ever game for Arsenal.
So what are you saying? It's Bellerin's testimonial?
Yeah, basically.
Come on, we're here for it.
It could be like, that's it, make him captain, see you later.
This is his goodbye.
Yeah, this is his goodbye. I mean, why else would they make him captain?
No, okay. Makes sense now. It makes sense now. But I'm with Julian though, like, come on. We know he's on the way out. He captained us against Ipswich a couple of weeks ago.
That's right, we won
behind
5-1.
closed doors.
Was it 5-0?
5-1.
5-1.
They scored right at the end, didn't they?
Eddie got a hat-trick, innit?
Yeah, after a few seconds.
Yeah.
What do you mean he came on and got a hat-trick?
No, he started, after a few seconds he scored the first one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because
And
they lost
they
possession.
closed him down from like the very off.
Yeah.
That was only sort of against Ipswich, a behind closed doors friendly, but the mentality from the moment they kicked off, they were on it.
Yeah.
It's great, and let's hope that can be.
We want to see that against the Liverpools.
Well, the Crystal Palace. We want to start that way against Crystal Palace, don't we?
Because that's been our downfall, is when we start slowly. That mentality of, you think of the games where we actually achieved stuff last season and we started like we meant it, whereas the games we got caught out on, we started lethargic, almost like from the Wenger years.
But what do you put that down to though? Because there was a handful of games where we started well on the front foot, pressing, kickoff had just occurred people. So,
right.
But what do you put it down to? Overcoaching at times?
No, because they weren't wound up. For some reason, they weren't wound up enough.
So you think it's motivation?
Yeah, it's motivation, which is wrong, because they get all the coaching, all the positional play fine. They work it on the training ground. They're obviously great players, but sometimes you just need that bit of grit and determination, and that's the difference. And seeing them how they started a few times last season, and more often the seasons before, of this lethargic, let's pass it, we're going to win anyway, but let's start slow, and we just kind of ease ourselves into the game.
That Newcastle game in particular, that start was the worst.
It was. And you know from the moment that Arsenal kick off, almost from the first few seconds, how that game's going to play out. Yeah. And once they get into that rut, they don't seem to be able to kind of turn it around.
Yeah,
it is hard. If you start slow, you can't kind of pick it up. You start with that emphasis.
Yeah,
you can continue
it's
it.
difficult.
You can, but then
normally a goal will then change the energy and the mindset.
Yeah, but that's the other thing, is quite often.
And we lacked goals.
Yeah, well, no, they lacked goals, but when they went a goal down, that was pretty much it. Whereas the Arsenal of old, you'd think, okay, we're a goal down, but we are going to get back in this, and we are going to get that last minute winner. That's what a great team was. But we would concede a goal, and then it was like, apart from against Wolves, I can't remember another game where we actually came back and
more often than not, we've needed half time to turn it around. if that.
When's the last time we
Is
went
that Tierney
beyond?
with the new haircut?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Where's Tomiyasu?
Takahiro, that's a good point.
Oh, that is a good point.
And where's
He's
Saliba?
not on the bench, is he?
That's a good point. None of them on
There's
the bench.
lots of players not there.
Yeah, there is a few. Yeah.
James in the building.
Xhaka's not there as well. He's not there.
Oh yeah, Xhaka's not there either. Yeah. Maybe,
That's true,
Maybe,
that's
maybe
true,
those
but-
internationals. Actually, Saliba did play in those internationals.
I can only
Do you
think
think
about
some
fitness.
of them are on an extended holiday?
Yeah,
possibly?
absolutely.
'Cause I know Xhaka was
Remember,
still
end of the
away.
season, there was an international break. Saka played a couple for England.
Well, the
That's
thing
right.
is,
Saka's away, I think.
Is-
So
is-
he's away somewhere.
oh my gosh,
Good ball into the box and a header.
So
and
is Emil on the bench?
That guy.
Emil's starting, isn't he?
Emil's on.
If he's starting, he was in the European Championships, wasn't
Smith Rowe was, yeah, and he was, yeah, you're
he?
right.
So you know, it's all. I think
But
it's different
Emil,
times.
as well, I would say was out towards the end of the season. He had a lot of
Yes,
injuries. So
he
he's
didn't play as
probably
much
needs
football.
match
That's true.
fitness.
Yeah.
He should have actually scored there.
So
if I'm
who's
honest.
97?
He should have
Walters,
scored.
isn't it?
I think
Because he missed the
Walters.
header.
Yeah, he should have. They should have got at least got it on target.
Yeah, he didn't even put the guy under pressure. He must. So he's playing to the right.
Is that Emil now on the ball? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big season for a few of these players now.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
Lukonga's going to need to
I
step
find
up.
it far more difficult without commentary. I've never watched the game without
Yeah, it's so
commentary.
difficult.
Well, this is what I'm getting. I'm trying
That's
to get.
why Ty's got his
I'm getting it
headphones
on there.
so he's
Are you
got
listening to the
volume.
commentary?
Yeah, but the only thing with the commentary is that it's behind.
Right.
So
Okay.
you're going to be talking to us
Yeah.
5 minutes later.
No.
on.
I've managed to be able to, when we've scored, I don't do nothing and celebrate with everyone if we score. But you know, the commentary's behind for some
on.
reason.
Yeah, ball in from Nelson.
That's a great
there.
ball.
Wild shot, but it might stay on. No.
Off the corner flag? No. Unlucky.
Can't lie, it's good seeing football again.
Yeah.
It is.
But
It is.
I want Marquinhos and Jesus on.
So do I.
ASAP.
You just
You're
want
not
to
happy
see them,
already
innit?
with it. It's
Huh?
a terrible start.
Well, it's not even about the start. Listen, I've seen a lot of these players how many times now? Let me see something new.
You must think we always want something new. Sometimes what we've got is.
Oh, really, Julian?
If you said that in 2004, 5 or 6, I might listen to you now. I don't know.
It's all
Absolutely.
about just keeping consistency.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah. Shouldn't always be on the hunt for something new.
Well, anyway, I better not.
Ty can hear us.
What I would say with that, without being disrespectful and talking in a calm way, it depends on what that new is, isn't it? And it depends on when you're looking for something new, are you tied to something that's not so new as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all I would say. That's true. That's all I would say. Because if you're tied to what is not new,
It's only worth.
then you shouldn't be looking. You
It's
shouldn't.
only-
I don't think you should be looking unless you
Well
are
said,
tied.
Ty. Well said.
Absolutely. So that
Thank
absolutely relates to football. We should only really be looking for something new
Yeah.
if it's better than what we've got.
Well, absolutely.
And we've said that.
Absolutely, but to be fair,
And-
we do need to look for a lot of things new. If we're honest, don't we?
Oh
my
good
God.
save. It
Good
came out.
save.
Come on,
It's
Arsenal.
good save.
That was very
Quite
sloppy.
big, isn't it?
But they're getting
How big's Turner?
that's
No,
twice.
Turner doesn't look that big. I thought he
He
looked
looked
really
big
small.
to me. But
It's twice they've got in already.
how tall's Turner?
He's
It's about
smaller
6'7",
than,
isn't it?
Is he?
6'7".
Oh, I might be
That's
wrong.
I thought he
massive.
looked really small in the interview I saw with him.
They've actually created 2 very big chances
Yeah.
They
already
have,
in the
which
first 5
they
minutes.
possibly should have scored from
Look
one.
at that. How sloppy was that?
We're doing this.
Yeah.
Who's that? Lukonga? No,
And have the German teams,
Eddie.
Was
how
it
long have they
Eddie?
been in training for? When's their season start? It's maybe a few weeks
I'm not
ahead
sure.
of us. That's what happened in Scotland
Potentially, yeah.
last season. We were 2 weeks behind the Scottish teams.
Maybe, but I just Listen, it's only a friendly, so
Yeah, but
is.
it does make a difference at that time of the season. If you're 2 weeks ahead in your preparation,
But in terms of quality, we should be light years ahead.
quality, of course, especially
So
this team.
those light years should make up for the 2 weeks, in my opinion. But
Still
look,
0-0.
it's just poor.
Yeah, that was so poor.
I just
Who's
don't-
over on that side with him?
Who's that? Is that
Mari.
22?
That's Mari.
Is that
It
Mari?
is, isn't it?
Does look like a. Oh, all right.
All
That
right,
was
well
all right.
done.
That
yeah, a
was
bit
good.
of pace there from,
was good.
from Walters. Nice.
Used a bit of strength
That
as
was a
well.
one-on-one.
Yeah,
Go on,
if he'd
Will.
got that wrong, he'd have been off. They get someone for a friendly, can't they?
You can,
I
but
don't
you
think
can,
they're
yeah,
going
but
to
it's
send
rare.
someone off for
Rare,
that.
yeah.
But if you brought him down there, the referee, the rules are the rules.
yeah, but it's a friendly, so sometimes they're a bit lenient.
Is that Eddie?
If you get sent off in a friendly, can you could you get suspended?
You can, yeah.
Forget he's playing.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, you forget now. We've got Pepe.
I forgot about Pepe.
Oh, is it?
Well, I feel like he didn't really feature a lot. So
That's actually
I
another
kind
one
of
that's
forgot.
probably
In the shop window.
in the shop window right now.
Yeah. Wonder who's going to stump up 72 million for him.
Yeah. I
I think
don't think there's many.
we'd accept 71.
We're gonna loan
I
him
reckon we'll
out.
take about 25.
Yeah.
We're gonna loan him out with an option to buy. I think
Hey, look, he's strong there.
he done well there.
Yeah.
He done well.
Because I think he was suspect for that first chance.
Yeah, no, he's a good. Yeah, he,
So Amari's in the lineup then?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him yet.
yeah,
Yeah,
Is he?
he was the one that let
Amari?
I know who he is.
the
Amari, is he-
Nuremberg guy
he's
through.
Hutchins.
Oh no, Hutchinson, no Mari,
Is-
Pablo Mari,
Pablo, yeah.
or Marie, or whatever.
Didn't you hear me get so excited? I thought Amari
Nah,
was
nah,
there. I was
nah.
like, I've been
I don't
waiting
think
to
he's
watch
even
him
on the bench.
play. Oh.
yeah.
Oh, that was a bit, yeah. Okay, all right, Helen. You meant Mari, duh. Yeah.
Yeah, but people say
Pablo.
Marie. I don't know
Yeah.
how you pronounce his name.
It's only because I call him Amari. But
Yeah.
That's fine.
yeah, Turkish.
Like first name basis.
Yeah.
I
Is it
do. I do apologise. You saying about Rule? Yeah, he can play centre back
Yeah, how
because
old
that's
is
where
he?
he plays.
I think he's playing
How
there
old is he?
today.
I think he's about 18, 19. He looked very good in the under 23s.
Last season, yeah.
Yeah,
And he played as a centre back.
he played as centre back. Yeah,
So on the website it quotes him as a right back. But obviously
maybe
if
he
playing
can. He's
there-
versatile, but he can play centre back
Yeah, these days players can play multiple positions.
because he has
He
played.
was down here, Nuremberg player.
Yeah.
But still the guy that was moved. Yeah,
He's very powerful.
touching his head there. They're coming up to 10 minutes. First pre-season friendly, not.
It is.
So what are your score predictions, guys?
Oh, we didn't have that.
Listen, I'm out of the loop. I forgot to ask
Yeah.
predictions.
I mean, obviously it's not a very meaningful match, but
Yeah. Well, after those two chances for Nuremberg, I'm not
you're not
overly
as
confident
positive.
about a clean sheet. And our attack really hasn't really found its legs
we
yet.
haven't
Man.
really
We haven't
got
really.
into the flow.
I can't believe this. I'm trying to listen to commentary, and you know what it says? It says, "Sorry, you do not have access to view this match. Purchase a match pass to watch the game live. Please note the game is not available to view in Germany."
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I know.
But you don't
I
have
just
to
wanted
watch it,
to
you can just watch
commentary.
it.
No, I know, but I wanted this to commentary.
It's pay. You got to pay.
I know, but fortunately,
gonna happen, is
luckily, like we all are, I'm a member, and I still.
Yeah.
I don't.
What,
I
even as a member,
But you
you
have to
yeah.
pay as a member.
You have to
it's
pay
£5.
extra.
Can you imagine? But I just wanted this to come because sometimes they have the audio for free when we've got games.
okay.
But on this one, that they don't.
I don't
I
believe
mean, that's the
this.
other thing. If we want signings, they've got to get money in. So
I don't believe this.
if everything was for free, we'd have no team.
No, but it should be. Maybe it should be free for members though. Surely.
As I said, if they don't look at bringing more revenue in, then you're going to have less for
need to
transfer.
start
Well, you can
winning
look
though,
at the
Julian, man.
revenue in different areas.
If they
as well.
start winning, then they'll get a lot more revenue.
absolutely.
Yep.
Stop trying to fleece us all the time.
Because I swear we paid the most expensive food, beverage, everything at the stadium.
Have you seen that?
Very
Whereas you go to other stadiums and they're like, buy one, get one free, like Sainsbury's.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's if you
to
go-
generate revenue. So it
absolutely.
depends how you look at it.
I mean,
Absolutely.
you've got to compare us with the other London teams
yeah,
because
and
of
I
property,
am.
property
Spurs
price in London.
definitely don't
Spurs
charge that
was
much. They
really
make their own beer
expensive.
to
Is it?
maximise their
Spurs were
profits.
really expensive.
Are they?
But they
Yeah,
make
I
their
mean, not that I
own.
paid when I went there, but someone else bought it, and I saw
And
the
he
prices
was
they
enjoying
paid.
the fact that they paid a lot of money.
They paid a lot of money. It wasn't really expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but was that in club, Julian? Or was it on the main?
No, it was in their lounge. It was.
so
It was.
it
Yeah.
would
It was,
be
they-
more expensive in a lounge.
I know, but it was really expensive.
Really?
And it was. It was a buffet, so it wasn't sit down meal either.
Did you say buffet?
Buffet.
Buffet.
Or buffet. Buffet. I don't know how to.
I think it's pronounced buffet.
Buffet. So it was a buffet, which
Yeah,
was
yeah.
good because I could just keep. I didn't eat for 2 days in preparation, so I could
Still
fleece
all
them.
over.
Are you
I could
serious?
fleece them for as much as possible.
Are you serious that you didn't eat for 2 days?
Not maybe 2 days, but good. I didn't eat that
He would
day.
have bet that day.
I
He
was
would-
doing
yeah.
intermittent fasting,
Oh wow, dude. that's
especially when I'm
brilliant.
going to Spurs and eating
So-
as much as I can.
So how many times would you say you ate? About 5 or more times?
What? How many times did he go up for a
How
Yeah,
much,
yeah, yeah.
I literally had to be carried out, and you know I don't drink.
Oh wow, that's absolutely brilliant.
They
Julie.
rolled me out.
Can you take time with you next time?
Well, listen,
Yeah,
Helen,
don't
you are kind, but without trying to be disrespectful, there's no way I'm going to go there. And even he was kind enough to
Touch
bring,
anything.
he was kind enough to bring some lovely cookie. I said,
Yeah.
I'm not
You
eating
wouldn't
from
eat it,
there. I
would
would
you?
think-
And what he bought.
Yeah, I brought a cookie.
I said, I'm not eating it.
Stuffed it in my pocket.
I said, I don't want to eat it.
You were there. I give you the. You hadn't eaten. So someone says.
Oh, after Tottenham.
Yeah, after
You-
Tottenham,
you-
I came stuffed.
They had cookies.
Yeah.
Right, all
After
right.
It was-
You took away dessert. You didn't take away the whole buffet.
No, not the hot
lovely.
food, but all the
And
cookies up at half time. I stuffed my.
The cookie
stuffed
looked
my
so
pockets.
appetizing, but I said, no, I'm not
You said no,
eating
out of principle,
from
you
that
wouldn't
stadium.
eat.
Sorry.
Normally, when offering food, straight away.
Well,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
know.
Well, absolutely.
Aw.
So you held
What?
your principles.
Nah, Tierney should be
absolutely.
captain, man. Come on. I know it's not a big thing, but God's sake. Sorry, I know I've just flipped the subject real quick. But I'm just looking at Tierney there thinking like, hold on. No?
Turkish, why you say sorry for?
He is
No,
right.
because you know what's talking about
Food,
We was
cookies.
Yeah.
No, it's
Turkish,
fine.
don't worry, we was talking about things that are non-essential.
Yeah, and I
don't
see
worry about
Tierney
that.
then, I just thought to myself, hold on,
Yeah,
shouldn't
no,
he be-
yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Guy's been on loan for a year, said he wants to stay at Betis, and now he's captain. Now, come
Yeah,
on.
it doesn't make sense unless it's some kind of symbolic thing
Might be in
that
his
he's on his
contract.
way. That's it. Last game. Thank you and
Would-
goodbye.
I don't know.
But the- mate,
He can't go to America, can he?
He can, why not?
He's definitely going to America.
Why? If
Why
he's
not?
on his way, they know what kind of player he is.
Yeah.
It's not as if he has to be in the shop window. You know enough about Bellerin.
Oh, you mean today?
No, they're definitely taking him. What if you don't sell him? What, so you're not going to take him? He's going to have no pre-season because you're hoping to sell him?
nice.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah.
It's true.
Nice.
Who's that?
Must be
Who are you
Pepe.
going to play to then?
Come on, Nicholas.
Is it Nelson, yeah?
I think we need to get the TV nearer. I can't. My eyesight's not the best.
We're the team in red shoes.
I've got that.
Go on.
Oh, I need to the opticians. I think.
I forgot Kenya in the
Do
house.
you not wear glasses then?
Harvey
I've
in
got
the house.
contact lenses, but I think that it's at the
Hass
end
in the
of their
house.
So I changed my eyes.
And
do
Helen-
you wear
And
tinted
Helen's son in
ones?
the house as
No.
well.
Nice.
Oh, go on.
Oh!
Unlucky.
Do you know
That
what?
was it.
That was a brilliant shot.
Good football as well.
That
Yeah,
was.
really good.
I thought that was it. This
That
looks
was
like
brilliant by Emil.
Emil.
Oh, that was an
It
effort.
was
It
bending
was-
nicely.
could have
Yeah, but
been.
it
There
was,
was slightly more
it was
to the
actually
corner.
an
It
easy
would have beat the
save.
keeper.
Listen,
You'd have been very disappointed if you were the goalkeeper to let that in.
I like that though.
Yeah.
More of
Yeah,
that.
at least
More
he
of
took a
that.
shot.
Listen, you're
And
Initiative.
he forced the corner, he forced the save.
listen, Julian. You say that,
Yeah.
but if that's a legend like Thierry, that's him.
Yeah,
Whether the
yeah,
goalkeeper
that's what I said. It
disappointed or not.
was
So
an
you
all
know.
right shot, but you'd never expect to score with
Well-
a shot like that against a keeper of any quality.
Well,
I think it's a big season for Emil this season.
Yeah,
big
it's
season.
massive.
it's a big season. We did miss
And
him.
who was it that was?
We did miss him. But then also,
And it goes back to who else we signed to our previous conversation, because we need to add what's required to keep the assets we have at the moment.
Well, absolutely.
Which our biggest assets are certain players like Saka.
Yeah, Bukayo.
And I'm not happy that even his contract has gone quiet. And what's happening with that?
It's only 2 years.
Who?
Saka.
Yeah.
It's gone into 2 years now.
I'm confident that he'll be all right. Because it's interesting.
Yeah,
though.
but if we get to the end of the season though, Ty, and it's not
Yeah, that
being
really-
done,
yeah.
then, yeah, that is a worry.
that's
But
a worry.
We've been here before, 100%.
confident.
January comes and then it's going to start talk about, the media will start
Yeah.
talking about his
Yeah.
contract. He ain't signing one now because he would have been done already. He's going to wait and see.
yeah, but he's on quite
But it's
a
not just him,
low
Helen. Saka,
wage. He's on
Martinelli and
Martinelli's
Saliba.
been done. Martinelli got done recently.
Did it?
He agreed
Is it?
a
Oh,
new
excellent.
extension. I
That's
think 2
right, yeah, he
years.
did,
I think it was.
Okay, cool. But
Yeah, in
Saliba
the
and
last
Saka
week or
then.
two.
Saliba
Yeah,
and Saka.
Yeah,
That's,
but
Which
Saliba
hopefully
at the
he's
moment's a bit. Oh, let's just get him back.
yeah.
But for me, my concern is Saka right now.
Well, yeah. Well, you say that, Helen, and then that's fair enough. If it
That's
does,
just me because
Yeah.
I really, really highly rate him.
no, we all do, Helen, and that's fine if it runs down to a year. But the thing
No,
about
it's
No,
not
it's
fine.
not.
It's absolutely not fine.
That's when his value goes right down.
No, what I mean is, I don't mean it's fine. I'm saying that's fine to worry if it goes down to a year. But I'm confident it'll be done before that. And also,
Yeah.
I also think, yeah, I like that, yeah. I also think, Helen, because I was saying it on one of the watch-alongs. I don't know who it was with last season. The media like to make
Oh,
a
of course.
lot about nothing because Manchester City have come out, you never know, and said we're not after him. Who knows if that's true?
No, but I don't care what the media say. I
Yeah.
say, I saw, from a fan perspective, he was the first name on the team sheet in every match.
Our go-to man last
He
season.
took part in every single game last season, pretty
Absolutely.
much.
Absolutely.
So for me, that shows what an integral part he is to
absolutely.
our side.
Yes.
And the fact that he's on a lot less money,
Only on
talking
30
about money,
he's 30
is
grand a
another
week, isn't it?
reason why
He should
you
be.
don't want him to start.
Yeah.
Where you've got him in a good place, you need to manage him
Which, well, hopefully.
and
we will.
give him rewards
Yeah.
for
But
his
I'm
good
sure
work.
extra
Yeah,
is on
absolutely.
offer right now.
Possibly, I don't
Yes.
know.
Yeah, they're not going to
But I
keep
hope
him on
so.
that kind of money.
Well,
Yeah.
that's my
Even though it's
point.
still an
There
extortionate
shouldn't
amount of
be.
money.
Yeah.
But
Because
no,
but
the
in the-
extremes, when you've got Jesus coming in at whatever allegedly he's
Yes.
been paid and
In
other
front
players.
of him.
we had
Yes.
Ozil on 350 grand
Do you see
a
what
week.
I mean? You've
Yes.
got
No.
to. There's
No,
got
Helen-
to be some
No,
consistency.
Helen, you are right. And the
Just
thing is-
because they're young, just because we didn't buy them, doesn't mean they don't deserve
Yeah.
to be treated.
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
absolutely.
And I'm
Helen-
sure the club are doing that. Don't get me wrong.
Nice.
Well, absolutely.
Unlucky.
Helen, you.
But I
Helen-
want to make sure that they don't forget about him.
No, Helen, you are right, and I agree with you. I don't listen to what they say, but they just make a man because I was saying there was. I don't know. He was saying to me, one of the other friends, like, Bukai's going. I said Bukai's not going on. I said it's all. I said it's all rubbish. No, he's
Yeah.
going to man. It's all rubbish.
No,
But
I
they wanna
can't
make
see him
something of it.
getting turned like that.
No, I
But
can't as well.
The longer he stays in a club, that he might feel undervalued
And
because
shouldn't be taken for
other
granted.
people are walking in, not delivering, and
Absolutely.
getting serious money.
And he's got every right. Not that,
And the team's not delivering.
absolutely.
He
And-
might look to think, well, I am ambitious. It's not just about
Well,
money.
absolutely, and you are. He's not one for head turning, but the thing is, he's got every right to think. Look what I did last season, because and that's even another reason why possibly we didn't make the top four because of the fact
He was
played
overplayed.
every
Yeah.
game. He didn't have a break.
Yeah.
He played every game.
And he wasn't that effective towards the end of the season.
Yeah,
Maybe
because he was
Because he
exhausted.
played every game.
Yeah, he was
Maybe-
exhausted.
He's running on
because
empty.
of that.
He's
But
running empty.
That's what I
But
said.
we could have rotated him at times and used Pepe
Absolutely.
more.
Yeah, obviously didn't
in
rate
certain
Pepe
games.
enough to do it.
How
No, he
can
didn't,
you not
which
rate
is a shame.
your squad enough to make the right
Which is a
decisions
shame.
like that?
Yeah, but
I
it wasn't
think
his
that's not-
player. Pepe was never our
He
best
wasn't
but-
his player, but he.
A
but
good
he-
leader uses all his assets to the
But
best
he-
to get the
exactly,
results
so obviously
required.
He felt that Pepe wasn't.
We can't be egotistical about
Yeah.
he's not my
But
player
he would
or
have
he's,
felt
you know.
that Pepe, even against a tired Saka, wasn't as good an option, and that
Yeah.
was his decision.
That was his decision.
But you know what is with a lot of the fringe players, Julian, is
The whole point of a squad
you have
though,
to
is
try
to use
retain
them.
some value, and the way, like from Pepe to Oba to Maitland-Niles to Eddie and Nketiah, like one thing that Arteta hasn't done well is retain, and Guendouzi and so on has retained value of some of these players.
Yeah.
Like with, for example, with Pepe, we keep him for the season, but we
Use him to get his
underutilize
value up, then,
him.
even if you don't want him.
So it's probably worth less this summer than last. With Maitland-Niles, we decided to
That's
keep
exactly
him,
it.
loan him out in January. The loan doesn't go well. Now he's worth less. With Eddie, it was a new contract or he goes for free. Guendouzi goes for 9 million when Andreas Pereira at United, who's been on loan 4 of the last 5 years, goes for 10 million to Fulham. So, because and as fans, we shouldn't worry about the financials. That's not part of being a
No,
football
but
fan.
you worry that
But-
if they're not funcking correct
could all
Financially
go
on
pear
all
shaped.
levels, if
Yeah,
you're not
then
developing,
it
if you're
affects
not
the
able
team.
to sell, it's not a good
Yeah,
business
so,
model.
however, maybe Arteta.
Or you're not running the club correctly
Sitting there
either.
before a game.
I'm not saying
his-
it's Arteta, though,
Yeah,
it
no,
could
no,
be
but
other
Arteta's
people.
motivation before any game must be to win it,
Yeah.
and that's it. He ain't thinking about resale values because if he doesn't win it, his job's on the line. So
Win what though?
win whatever game.
His job, all right,
he's
so
picking
then
a team
you
for.
could take the end of the season and how do you work that out then?
The end of-
How'd you
the whole
come to
se-
that
the-
conclusion?
The whole season was positive. It unfortunately ended negatively for us. We fell away towards the end, but we were still probably ahead of what any of us would have anticipated.
Yeah, but when you're in that position and you know you need to win those games, Julian, how from a manager's perspective?
So he made a decision based on what he thought. Now, he sees them in training day in, day out, and we felt, I mean, any one of those games, I remember doing a few starting 11s, is that none of us said, let's put in Pepe instead of Saka. So we actually agreed with Arteta. I didn't hear anyone say, I'd rather see Pepe start than Saka.
Yeah, but none of our fans would say that.
Exactly. So now we're
But
criticising.
but you did hear fans saying,
But we were
why
saying,
is Eddie coming
let him
instead
play
of Pepe?
50 minutes or 60 minutes. We
Yeah,
weren't saying drop Saka.
and at the end of it, I think most of us were pretty positive about Eddie when he was given a run of games.
Yeah.
But it could have been that if Pepe had been given a run of games, he may have achieved more. Because it's very difficult to come on with 20 minutes to go, the old bit part. Your confidence goes with anything. It doesn't matter whether it's football, business, social interaction. If you're not coherent with it, if you're not doing it regularly, you lose your confidence. And confidence is a massive thing.
Then he should have been loaned out.
Yes.
That's my that you know that could be like I said with Pereira. He's been loaned out. He's managed to get 10 million for him.
Yeah. And then the flip side to that is if Saka had been injured, where's Pepe? So it's all very well if you had a DeLorean and knew exactly what's going to happen. You make decisions on what you think could happen, but it's not.
But there comes a
not
time.
exact. It's not exact science.
There does come a time when decisions have to be made. There has to be accountability for it.
Yeah, on that one. I think
another example.
Yeah, it would have been better probably put Pepe on loan because we never used him.
And it would have been better to sell Maitland-Niles last summer. It would have been better.
It would have been better.
Even the year before that as well. Who was it that was in for him? The season,
Wolves.
the first season of the
Wolves.
Was it Wolves,
Yeah.
wasn't it? And they were offering what, 21, 22?
19 plus
Around
whatever.
But for every decision we could say with hindsight, which it is, that he got wrong, we could probably give an example ones that he got right.
That's true.
Go on, which ones?
Not
No, I'm
sales
joking.
wise.
Well, let's not.
Maybe
on
Joe
the-
Willett.
on the
Maybe
sale-
Joe Willett was
Joe
the one.
Willett, but not on sales. But I'm talking about bringing players in, which the reality is we're more interested in what's coming in.
Yeah, but sometimes you look at the circumstances about
Oh,
how... what
Tim.
goal?
1-0 Nuremberg.
Whoops.
I do not
Are
believe
you
it.
happy about that, how it went through our keeper?
It was a strike. It was
It
off
was a
the
good
bar. I
strike.
think he might have tipped that onto the bar, and he was
It's a brilliant
slightly.
shot, but there's
unlucky.
no one closing it down.
Yeah, let's see that again.
Is that a Gooner in
There's loads of that. Oh, right, let's see this.
Nurnberg? Sorry.
Right.
Right, so
Right, who missed that tackle? That's Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe.
Okay, and that
Who's
was
that
Maitland-Niles.
in the middle there?
No
Maitland-Niles.
one's closing him down.
Smith Rowe and Maitland-Niles.
But no one's closing him down.
No, but the closest player was Maitland-Niles. Watch him. Look, kind of slightly,
Bit sloppy.
slightly
He-
wrong-footed.
He was alone there
Yeah.
with 3 Nuremberg players around him. But
Where
it's
was
just,
everyone
it's just too,
else?
it's too sloppy, man. Let's be honest, they've had the 2 best chances.
Oh, very, very
Yes,
good goal.
where's Lokonga?
Yeah, but I don't know why Turner's diving to his left while the.
It went straight through him.
Listen, it's a friendly. It's a friendly. Let me know.
Ah,
Well, it's always about getting ready for the first game, isn't it? So
In terms of the not Orlando, America, Baltimore and Orlando trip, are we all in agreement that we really need one more player before that trip as well?
Definitely.
Yeah,
ideally, that would
Ideally.
be superb. That would
Yeah.
be superb.
minimum.
what
I'd like
position?
it to be Tillemans.
Oh, that would be
We
brilliant.
need a few positions, so I think Tillemans or Milinkovic
Tillemans,
Savic
yeah.
would be ideal for me.
I actually want us to sign both of them personally.
Yeah, that'd be
like
perfect.
we need both.
Can you see us getting both?
We need both.
We could.
I know, but can you see us getting
but
both?
We do need
we
both.
could do at the moment.
I think we might
be
potentially.
brilliant.
I think we need another striker as well.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
but
of course we do. Of course we do.
I keep telling
Is
people,
that-
last year we went in with Oba, Laka, Eddie. This year
Yeah.
we're going in with Jesus and Eddie.
Yes, we're still down.
That's
No,
not
but
an
I think-
improvement.
I think it is with the fact that Oba was poor for
Hey,
the season before.
Yeah,
He
but
was
really
statistically,
firing.
you can't call him
Absolutely. You know
he,
what
he
can
had
do.
been
We
poor
knew
the
what he
season
could do.
before, what he could have done, but he wasn't producing it at Arsenal. It
Yeah,
wasn't a
but-
case of he went into that season on form.
Yes.
He had poor form the season
He
before.
did, but look at what he's done. Because I look, if you take out his goals from our history records, he'd be about half. So I understand. And listen, I will always back Mikel for what he does. But me personally, because I get that, but me personally, I think personally, he should have come to an arrangement where they can come to an arrangement and he stays. Because if he'd stayed now, I'm 100% certain he would have scored the goals to get in the top 4. That's what I personally think.
for. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really do think that.
So what made you think he was going to score when he
because of his statistically.
a season without scoring.
Absolutely, but look at when.
But even a season without scoring, how many goals is he going to get you in half a season?
But he wasn't
6?
scoring.
5?
He wasn't, but Julian, that's one season. Look at what he's done. Look at what the man has done. You've got to look at his record as a whole. And when I look at his record as a whole and see what he did, if he could have patched things up, I'm certain he would have scored goals. I'm 100% certain because I've seen.
He would have scored more than Laka, that is for sure.
Yeah, well, I could have scored more than Laka.
Yeah, but that's
but
that's Ty's point. I think a couple more goals in that run maybe gets us
because
top 4.
you had no one. It wasn't like he was replaced. That's the point Ty's
Exactly.
making.
He would have, and that's fine if he. But then we didn't bring anyone in.
Which was,
Did
we didn't bring anyone in. The option that we had was overpriced and not good enough. We went after, I can never pronounce his name.
But did we? Did we though?
Vlahovic. Went after him.
Said we didn't.
Okay, he wasn't approached. We don't know, but that's who they're after. He seemed to fit the bill. We didn't get him. And then you're faced with, who's that guy? They wanted like 70, 80 million for Ice.
I forget
Oh,
him,
Isaacson.
Yeah, but we were also
What's his name?
who's
Isaacson. And that would have been a massive mistake, getting someone for that kind of money. He's not a bad player, but he's definitely not. It's going to be another Pepe.
Fair enough. So then, without criticising, maybe what we should have done, I think, is said, all right, we're not going to let him go until we find a replacement. Maybe we should have done that then. Because that's what
but they
teams
weren't
do.
playing him anyway.
Asked Barcelona to give you one of their strikers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there was
Part of the deal, you know, you got him for free.
So
There's always ways around negotiations.
So we're not left with nothing. Or we're not left worse off.
But the only forward Barcelona had was this kid called Fati, who looked quite good. I've watched Barcelona play. He looked good, but they weren't going to let him go.
There's no chance of getting
Yeah.
No, but on
He looked I went to Barcelona. I watched them play
Were
one
they
day.
using him? Probably not. He could have come on
He's
there.
had injuries.
Fati, no, they were. He was playing. He was actually playing. When I went to see Barcelona that time, he played. I said, "Who's this
What,
kid?"
and
they
there's no
said-
way Barcelona haven't got another 5 strikers. Like, they don't have to be like a big household name. They would have had strikers. They've got a big squad.
Yeah, but what's the point of just filling a position with a?
Because it's better than nothing, Julian.
But then it doesn't have to be from Barcelona.
No,
But
I
if
was
you're not
saying
gonna-
at that point, if you couldn't buy and you couldn't negotiate, you're in a negotiation to give them Aubameyang for free. You can put T's and C's in that deal.
Just had to pay for them. They probably thought that.
But maybe
anyone
they
wasn't-
tried.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he played
This
him
season-
on.
Wow.
He played him on. Let's see what Turner does.
Oh, another goal. 2-0.
That wasn't the best.
2-0.
Oh, what is going on here? Anyway, like Turkey said, it is a friend.
Yeah, but the
Deja vu.
Couple super chats. Alan says, unlucky, we're playing too sloppy right now. Big up, man, like Ty.
Big up,
and
thank you.
Another one here saying, Turkish, you were first to criticise January because Edu loaned out players, and now you want Pepe loaned out to retain value. Seriously, but bro, you can't. You have
They
to
need
use
to understand
context.
the context of the
Yeah?
conversation.
We went into January stronger than we left January. When I'm talking about Pepe, I'm talking about sorting it before the season starts. And when you sort it before the season starts, you've got time to kind of add someone in if you need to add that depth, or bring someone you want to play.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just take one thing and take the context out of it and use it against something else. Like, use your brain a little bit, my guy.
What did you think of the goalkeeper then, his position?
What I think is this
I
first
don't
half
think
an
it
hour
was
has been
very
shit.
good.
But if I say it, people are going to say it's pre-season.
you've
Calm
already
down, don't
said
be
it.
negative. But
No, it's
what can I
He's
say?
always going to say it.
No, but I just,
You say it.
Yeah, but what can I
Listen,
say
but
though?
Turkish, it's what you think.
yeah,
Both goals,
that's
yeah.
what I thought. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but there's been cover.
His
but the
positioning's
position
been
in
poor.
there, it didn't look like he narrowed
But
the
we
angle
need to remember,
enough.
where has Turner come from? He's
Yeah, but he
not
still
come
plays
from
football.
the Premier.
Exactly.
I know he plays football, but I can say I play football. Come on, Julian.
I know, but it's not like he's played American football. He's actually
Yeah, but
played
it's-
soccer in goal.
Yeah, but where? What level?
Well, obviously-
James, Orlando
And I'm
should
not
be fun.
disrespecting them. You got to remember, a lot of players go to America when they are retiring.
Yeah, at the end of the
Yeah.
career. That's true. That's true.
It's just basics.
Nice turn there.
That's
that
a good
was
point.
Eddie.
That's a good point, Helen.
Right. Oh, a handball.
The thing is, Julian,
Julian's calling for pens in pre-season.
Sorry, got excited.
Ball.
It was. It looked like handball. So there's obviously no VAR on this one.
no. The thing is, Julian, back to what we're saying is that,
Yeah.
listen, I didn't have a problem if Mikel wanted to get rid of Pierre, but I think he should have at least got some money.
Oh, here's one. Epic says Barcelona had the pie available in January.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Thank
Who's
you.
the pie?
The pie, the one
Memphis,
that the one that used to play for.
Memphis, but
Oh, yeah.
The Chiefs.
it's like a bit of a like for like. Would he have come?
Tierney's gone off.
What?
Is he injured?
I didn't even see that. When did
Let's
that
just help his
happen?
precaution.
Tierney's off, but I'll be honest,
Wow.
they've been attacking that Tierney side. And
To be fair, the first goal he was
Yeah.
able as well, but I don't think he would have taken him off because of that.
It's just precaution. Maybe he's
30
only
minutes.
So the other one that's not.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Yeah.
taking players off after 20 minutes.
He's about
But
to
to be
fight.
Is
fair, we did
Tavares
say-
here?
No.
He's
No.
not.
We did say though that he's going to probably play everyone, so he might have had a game plan. Give him
Yeah,
20
yeah.
minutes, give him
Yeah.
30. Da, da,
Yeah,
da.
absolutely.
What's worrying
What
is
does
that's
that
the
sound
only
like?
one.
Hopefully
Has it
he's not
come through
injured.
yet?
No. I can't.
You're not listening to it?
No, I
Do you
can't
think
remember.
he
You
might
got to
rotate
pay.
the goalkeepers as well today? Who's on the bench?
We've got who we got on the bench?
Who's on the bench? Is it
Arthur.
Arthur on the
Okonkwo
bench?
as well, yeah.
Maybe I'll give him half each.
I hope Tierney's not injured, but
I hope not. Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
yeah, because
Yeah,
one
it's
sub
been
is a
off
bit
after-
weird in a pre. Like you'd expect
After
3-4 subs.
When did he go off? When did he go off, James?
Just a minute ago.
Just now. Well, we don't know.
Yeah, Cedric's on.
Yeah. Didn't show it, did
There's
it?
a thing here.
Didn't notice it.
No. Let me have a look.
Play by.
They might have an up. They might.
Sam says we're playing like crap, but let's be honest. How many of those players will be starting for us when
Yeah,
the
no,
season
no,
starts?
totally.
It's all
Well,
about
Eddie
fitness,
will
I guess.
be.
That's true.
Not Danielson.
Who's the Nielsen? Where's the
He's
Nielsen?
playing for Selena Rovers at the moment. Wanderers in the Maltese League.
The Nielsen, the one he's supposed
Oh, you mean Reese?
No,
Who are you talking about?
Danielson. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I do,
Played
but
15.
what are you bringing him
No,
up on today?
I made a mistake. I meant Smith Rowe because the names are very similar.
Oh, Smith.
What, the Nielsen?
I don't know why I had Danielson on.
Oh,
my
that's
mind.
brilliant.
And you said who's
Just
he, and I said
pretend.
he's playing for Selima Wanderers in the Maltese League.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Surprised you didn't know that.
That was a good ball
I
across
would
the
be
box.
surprised if you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, got to do your research, Helen.
No, I knew that was part of your research. He's.
There's the
Listen.
son now,
Julian.
Cedric.
The Nielsen was
Danielson was
Very-
okay in the middle.
Nice.
a good enough player. Very nice young man to chat to as well.
Yeah. Gilberto, I thought was one of.
Oh,
I loved him. Oh,
what a
dear.
legend.
Oz
Let's
says,
hope
I
it's not
love
too bad.
You know, he
Tierney's
sat next to me
character.
once at a game.
Oh, is it?
Years ago.
Who?
Gilberto.
The Nielsen.
Oh, is
Oh,
he? Yeah,
Gilberto,
but he
what a legend.
interacts on Twitter with
He's
people as
brilliant.
well.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, he
he's
does
so
answer.
lovely.
He's superb.
Yeah, I was so shocked when he was sitting in like normal seats. He wasn't up in
Yeah,
like it was really
This
sweet.
chat.
but then that's why he's one of the Invincibles,
He's
because the
lovely,
Invincibles
yeah,
is very
he's so nice.
humble. Thus, them being able to achieve that.
And I
Don't
feel
do it.
like
It's
he's
updated,
around the
sure.
club more lately. I feel like
Maybe.
I'm seeing.
He
But
is.
this was before. This was like maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah, he is. And it's about time.
Real legend.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
because
I want more of that,
we should
yeah.
have those legends around the club. We should.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got them.
No, but have we got enough?
Which ones though, Julian? Come on.
Well,
Have we got enough?
they do come in.
They do, but
Enough
should,
what?
they
They
should be
come to
part of.
spectate.
What did you say? Turkish has
Enough
what?
what?
Yeah. Legends.
Oh,
Maybe
enough
not.
what? Sorry.
Who would- See,
It
see,
depends
who would
what
Yeah, but have we got
levels
enough
you're
so who
talking
would
about.
be actually considered a legend? That's the thing.
Tony
Adams,
Adams,
Thierry
Yeah,
Henry.
Tony
Dennis
Adams.
Bergkamp.
Dennis
Jens
Bergkamp.
Lehmann,
Yeah.
Lauren,
Layman's around though. He's
Robin
around.
Pires.
Lorenzo, yeah.
Pires has
Legend.
been around for
Lauren's
years.
a legend.
Is he?
Of course
Of course he is.
He's an invincible.
Nah, Lorenzo.
You're saying he's not a
He's
legend.
been one of our
Loren's a
best right
legend.
backs.
What?
I wouldn't say
That's a
Lorenzo.
shocker
Listen,
from you, Julian. That's a
when he
shocker.
was,
I think it was
listen,
a very good
Stop
club.
while you're ahead, my guy. Stop while you're ahead.
listen, Julian, I'll give you an example of how legend Lauren
Go
was.
on.
I remember when I used to listen to Too Much Press. We were going up.
When I listen to too much
Yeah,
press.
because they were, because I actually agreed with the papers talking rubbish, and we were going up to win the league when we won when Sylvan scored, and they put the match up and they said Giggs versus Lauren, and they said Giggs to fly. I said yeah, Giggs didn't get a touch that game. He didn't get a touch, and that was down to Lauren. He kept him quiet. This is what I'm saying. He was superb. Lauren was.
He was a very strong player.
Look at his winner when we beat Tottenham 2-1, and he rolled in the penalty.
Yeah, no.
Look
he
at
was
when we
very
beat
good.
Tottenham 5-4 and he scored. He's a what? Lauren is a
He
legend.
was solid, yeah.
Right, Lauren's a legend. I was wrong. First time.
Hands up. First time, yeah?
You two have actually met each other's match.
First time. You know, so listen, most of the Invincibles that had a good impact.
So who would you call an invincible?
Well, it's
legend.
easy to
No,
say
who would you call
invincible.
legend,
Legend.
Legend, yeah.
A legend,
Bergkamp,
sorry.
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Right.
Ian
Yeah.
Wright,
Vieira.
Yes, Vieira.
Vieira, definitely.
Thierry Henry.
Yep.
Thierry Henry.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Jens
that
Lehmann.
goes without saying.
Jens
Sol
Lehmann.
Campbell.
What about Dennis
Jens
Bergkamp?
Lehmann.
Yeah, I just mentioned Dennis Bergkamp.
Jens Lehmann, the only unbeaten goalkeeper.
Okay, I would.
You see the saves he made in that Invincible
Yeah,
No,
season.
but he's
but I'd
still
say
hurt by him getting sent off in the final.
Yeah,
that's
there's
why.
Lehmann.
Fair enough.
So
That's
who's
why.
the greatest goalkeeper ever to play for Arsenal, in your opinion?
I think John Lukic was a good keeper.
That's hard. That's hard.
I know he's not the greatest, but I
Yeah,
think he was
but
a very
who would
good
you say is the
keeper.
greatest? Because that would be the legend.
But in
you
my
have to say the
life-
legend
In my
is
lifetime,
the-
it's Seaman or Lehmann.
Yeah,
That's all I know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It would be Seaman, I would say. Anyway.
Him and David, but the reason why I put
say
Jens
Seaman
there
ahead of
is
Lehmann.
because he
Yeah.
went unbeaten. And I saw the saves that Jens made. The saves.
I would say it was close between them.
I'll give you an example of how legendary Jens was. We're 1-1 against Portsmouth. We're looking for an unbeaten record. My countryman, Ike Benny, goes through. And we say, yeah, they're going to score. And Jens saved it. And we went on to go unbeaten. That's a legend. That's a legend. Because we thought, if you stopped it then, we were at the game. We said, oh, they're going to score 2-1. He actually saved it.
Yeah.
This is what a legend Jens was. All the times when...
To be fair, they were both.
Yes.
Not, listen, I put them on the same level. I can't even say, because David was unbelievable. He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But then I look at Jens as well. A legend is someone that, even though they're fantastic in shot stopping and saving, they can still do funny things. Like we beat Southampton one time. Kevin Phillips was rattling all game, and what he did at the end of the game was threw the ball at his head. That's Jens for you. Jens could do that and still make a brilliant save. That's what I mean. I'll give you an example of it being legend. We played Blackpool and we won 3-1. And he was there rollicking the players coming out. And you miss all that.
Shall I be honest? This football is crap.
It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually what I'm watching now. Yeah,
He's disappointed. He's disappointed.
We doing fan cams after this?
something like that.
Yeah, so we can actually watch it.
Something like that.
Something like that.
I love Turkish. I love Turkish. That's brilliant.
Just an update. Tierney was taken off on exactly 30 minutes.
Right.
Okay.
I think it was planned.
Let's hope the Tierney
Let's hope it is
substitution
planned, yeah.
is planned because it happened exactly on 30. There's a couple super chats I want to get. Oz says, I love Tierney's character, but I consider him a squad player.
No.
Somewhere in between the 13th and 18th best player when we finish building our team.
Really? I don't know about that. 13th to 18th? That's very low.
Another one here says, first match in front of fans, says Shress, and we're already losing 2-0. Outgoing players but lacking fight and losing 2-0 in less than 30 minutes. The lot deserves to be sold.
Harvey's just reminded me there's going to be a tactical insight on this game.
What? There's going to be what?
Tactical insight show on this game.
Oh, okay.
All right, okay. Is that the first one of the new
That's
season?
to make us watch.
I'm fully winding up.
Pre-season.
No way I'm doing
But you got a bet.
James, you're right, but that's fine. Huh?
But I mean, just getting back to that, who would be legends for me?
Yeah.
That I would pick.
Yeah. Go on.
There'd be 11 legends
Okay.
of who was the best
Keown.
in that position.
Yes. I
loved
in that
Martin
position.
Keown.
But
He was
it's
so
kind of
good.
who you grew up with, because my dad
It's down
says
to
that,
their character for me.
Yeah.
I think there was a goalkeeper called Jack Kelsey. For
That's
him,
right, yes.
Jack Kelsey was the best goalkeeper
Do you know
ever
him?
for Arsenal. But that's my dad's been
Jack
watching since the 40s.
Kelsey, yeah, I know Jack Kelsey.
Yeah, but let's say we're talking 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, of whatever's-
That's
yeah.
the,
Well,
who's
we're
the
talking
legends
about-
from
Yeah.
those eras.
If you want to put that, for
Well, they were
for me it would be
iconic.
out Seaman and Lehmann. But
Yeah.
it'd be difficult to say. I'd only have
All
one
right,
as
so
a legend.
if you
could I?
did out of your whole football Arsenal knowledge,
Yeah.
who are you going to pull out then, apart from them two?
That I would have.
Goalkeepers.
I'd have.
Who would
No,
be?
I'd
Who
have
are you gonna
goalkeepers.
say?
No, I'd
No,
have,
'cause
I'd
you
have
just
Pat
mentioned
Jennings.
two goalkeepers.
I'd have Pat
Pat
Jennings
Jennings, yeah,
because
I
that's the
would.
one I grew up with.
Okay.
First one I saw.
But was he on their level if you saw them both?
It's
Or
difficult to
three of them?
tell because he
Football
made saves.
changed
He was
as
superb.
well.
He
No.
made saves that he
was
looked so
brilliant. Pat was
casual.
brilliant.
He just catch it with one
Yeah,
hand.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
didn't
he
even
was
have
brilliant.
gloves back then.
Brilliant. Yeah. But I'd also name Bob Wilson as a legend as well.
Did you ever see him play?
I've never seen him play,
I've never
but I
seen him
know
play.
of him,
So
and I
how-
know
The
he
stories
was.
kind of, you know.
It's all he's part of the heritage of the club.
Yeah.
But he let that goal in again,
Did he
71
play
in
for
the cup
England as
final
well,
because
Bob
his near
Wilson?
No, he
post
was
got
well.
beaten.
He
His near
played
post.
Wales.
Oh,
It was
well.
Welsh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, he
So
did,
he's
but then we still won though.
international.
We still
won.
won. Still won it.
Yeah.
You know.
So what
Yeah.
did we win with? All right, so are you going by also the medals, the trophies they won? What did we win with Bob
Exactly.
Wilson? And
We won the
Lampard?
double.
We won the double.
Oh, no.
And we won the Fairs
So
Cup.
was he the goalkeeper in the 70s?
Yeah, the
He
early
was, yeah.
70s.
72, was it?
71 we
72?
won the double.
Yeah.
71, yeah.
When
70,
I was
71.
born.
When
Yeah,
I
you
was
were born
born as well,
before
yeah.
that. You're 70,
70, yeah. I was born in 70, yeah.
Ty was giving me some history the other day.
I was.
Remember when we were doing the other show, and you were like, you were having that little tennis match with Cams.
Oh, Cams! When I said that,
when you were saying in the 30s.
Yeah, that's right, 930s when we won.
So you were giving us all a history lesson.
Well, you're kind. You're very kind, Helen. When I was saying that we won the double 20s for Manchester United, yeah, absolutely. So because he was saying, oh yeah, that's what I mean. It's the same thing I said to Jamie Carragher. He said, Manchester United, big. When I named all that, Gary Neville was just looking. He's talking about when you say that, make sure we've done nothing before you say that.
That's really poor.
He isn't. No, he isn't good enough.
It's really bad.
I'm watching that. Obviously,
he's offside. He's offside.
Yeah, but he hasn't got the ball yet, so he's not offside.
So in the attacking positions, we're not close enough. Like it's a ball into nowhere, and then we get shut out. We haven't created a big chance in this half.
No, we haven't.
We had the
cross
from the right and Smith Rowe. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the shot.
Yeah, half chances.
The shot.
I think that's the only one.
Epic says Arsenal are clearly pushing to get bigger supporters in the US under the Kroenkes with the pre-season tour and the signing of Turner, but he is a downgrade on Leno.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I would be really upset if we sold Leno.
From what we've seen,
is he going to stay?
But he's not going to. He's not going to stay.
I don't think he'll stay.
No, he's not.
I don't think he's staying.
You can't be selling Leno for signing a goalkeeper from.
Yeah, but he's not. He's just not going to stay. So you are going to lose Leno.
Well, to be fair,
should be signing someone better, really.
It looks like he's going Fulham this week.
Yeah, if you want to judge him on the first 30 minutes of his Arsenal career.
Oh yeah.
I'm judging him also on the fact that I've never heard of him. I've never, we're signing an unknown.
Yeah, but I'd never heard of Vieira when he signed. When he signed, the first Vieira.
Yeah, but then that's different. But that's different though.
Just because I've never heard of him.
No, but it's different levels though, isn't it?
What's his experience, Julian?
Because Patrick was playing.
He's been a goalkeeper. So it just appears like not a very good one.
Listen, Julian, I'm not dissing Matt at all. Yeah. But when you're talking about Patrick, even though you never heard of him,
what are you doing?
He was paid for AC Milan.
Yeah.
So that's the difference there.
Thank you, Ty.
Yeah, and he was brilliant from moment one.
Yeah.
Do you remember his first game?
Yes, of course, against Sheffield Wednesday.
It was a night game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was against Sheffield Wednesday. Thank you, Helen. We're 1-0 down against Sheffield Wednesday. He comes on and we end up winning the game 4-1. Of course, I was lucky enough to be there.
I remember the bloke next to me kept calling him Vieira. For about the first 2 seasons.
Well, Coronation Street, God rest her soul.
He just couldn't pronounce the name. It's like a new name. We didn't have that many continental players back then.
No, we didn't. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And he was always calling him Vieira.
Yeah, and I'll never forget, when he came on, everybody was saying, look at this.
He looked the part, didn't he?
It was unbelievable, the way he changed the game. It's unbelievable. So I think it's different.
Yeah, it's different. He was obviously good.
Did he hurt himself?
Let's hope he's all right.
AMT says, as a teenager, Pat Jennings was my fave. And then he says, we're talking about USA's number one here. It's only been 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. We based it on the first 2 chances.
That's fair enough.
But the concerning bit for me was how he didn't come out and narrow the angle enough. And that should be basic goalkeeping at any level. But maybe the sun was in his eyes, I don't know. I'm not there.
Yeah, but they do wear caps for that, don't
that's
they?
True.
Yeah, and he's not wearing a cap.
And that's another thing the legend Jens used to. Jens was just absolutely. He was absolutely. I loved Jens, man. When he grabbed the ball, the funny thing is, sorry to detract. The funny thing is, that game, he clawed the ball from the sky effortlessly and then threw it on Kevin Phillips, which was absolutely. That was brilliant.
He could have got sent off for that.
No, he could have. But that's the risk Jens take. That's why Jens was so good.
That's why I wouldn't put him as a legend.
No, I wouldn't put him as a legend.
Seaman's mentality, he could still make the saves, but he was calm.
Jens could.
So I would have Seaman slightly over. Lehman.
No, Jens could lose it, but then Jens could also jump into the face of cheats like Ruud van Cheat himself and put him off,
which was great.
So
Seaman was probably too nice a guy.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because he did have a mean streak when he had to be.
Who, Seaman?
Yeah,
really?
When he had to. Yeah,
he just
it's just we didn't see it. Yeah, he did laugh, but you had to see it. You had to see it, but then I can't. I was thinking, is David really a legend because he went to Man City? But no, he's a legend. He's an absolute legend. He's an absolute legend. You are right.
I'd probably have Rocastle in there as.
David, God rest his soul.
Oh, he was very good player.
Yeah, Rocastle is a legend. Come on.
you know. But then,
I
you know
think
what?
I'd have Nurnberg.
Freddie Nurnberg
Yeah, apart from
was
his,
brilliant.
and he had the best song.
Oh,
The
right.
best song,
Yeah.
the best red hair.
Listen,
Did you get red hair then?
No.
I did.
a lot of people did.
Did you?
did,
Did you have hair then?
Yeah, it's only been recent. I only realised I was
I'm only
bald.
joking,
I only
guys.
realised I was bald a few years ago.
Helen,
I'm only joking. Bless
Apparently
you.
not allowed to say bald. I got told that the other day.
I never said
Yeah.
that. You said that.
Really?
I said, did you have
I've said
hair?
what is it? Follically challenged.
You're follically challenged.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I
You've got
mean.
to get with it these days. You've got to know the terminology.
Yeah, Freddie,
Freddie.
Freddie was brilliant. He
Another
was
legend.
always my favourite.
Yeah, he was a legend.
who was assist for Silva and scoring the
Yep.
winner at Old Trafford, and also in the penalty shootout against Manchester United.
Yeah.
Chipping Roy Carroll. Can you imagine? In a penalty shootout, it had so much pressure. Chipping Roy Carroll to win us the cup. That's amazing. But then what I will say is that it's possibly a bit unfair to the players now, because those players are absolute legends, and it's very difficult to do what they did.
It is, but
Look at where all you men are. You're just
But
there.
that's something to aspire to,
No wonder
isn't
the
it?
It
ref
is even the
blew for half
formation,
time
though.
because the ref's even like,
Oh,
you
no,
man
it's
ain't
half
doing
time.
nothing.
Oh.
are you clapping that time?
You know I'll always
Yeah.
clap, Helen. You know I'll always clap. the team.
Clap for. Well played.
Matt Turner
well
stayed
played.
You know I'll always. You know I'll always.
Slightly unlucky.
You know I'll always clap the team. You know I'll always clap the team.
Yeah.
Whatever. Gosh. Well, I suppose we can say at least we're
Well,
not more than
hopefully
2-0
our
down.
captain will be more inspiring in the second half.
This guy's asking the ref for help.
Who had that famous hairstyle before Bellerin? Does anyone know? Let's do a quick trivia question.
Yeah, there was
You
a-
know. Who? Come on, boys.
No,
if
it's
Flea was
kind
here,
of
he'd answer it in
Chuck
a
Norris.
second. No.
Before, what in
Chuck
our,
Norris definitely
Who,
had that
what
hairstyle back in the
hairstyle
day.
is Bellerin?
I'd say Charlie Nicholas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
footballer.
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
That's why I said Lee will say his favourite player.
And with Charlie Nicholas,
He bought the fashion. Everyone used to
he
say
bought
it
the
was-
fashion.
yeah.
And with Charlie Nicholas, it reminds me of Freddie Lundberg, because when Charlie Nicholas left Arsenal, I dyed my hair black.
Ah.
oh
Because
really?
I was so upset.
Yeah.
And I also applied to Aberdeen University. But
What, to go and look for him?
no, because he went to Aberdeen, and
Oh,
I wanted
right.
to go to Aberdeen to follow Charlie.
Wow.
So he inspired you in your life.
But my parents wouldn't let me go.
But did you listen to your parents?
Yeah, I went to Birmingham when I found out that was in the middle of the country, and then I could go to all the Arsenal away games as easy as the Arsenal home games.
Perfect.
So my dad knew how to sell to me.
Paul here says, Thai Arsenal will never be bigger than Man United. But Paul, you need to be worried about Liverpool, mate. Yeah, don't worry
Well,
about...
no.
Yeah, it
Who-
depends
who-
on-
who's,
yeah, so how do you judge that? What do
who's
you-
that Turkish? Who's that saying
Paul.
that? Paul,
Paul.
you are right. We'll never be bigger than Manchester
Bigger
United. We are
cheats.
bigger. That's why. Okay,
Bigger
so I agree.
cheats. We will never be bigger than them on
No,
that front.
And
we,
De Niro-
yeah, we always.
De
always
Niro
yeah.
says, watching Julian and Ty discuss our legends is a stark reminder that all we have is history. We have nothing recent to shout about.
Well, I wouldn't say that. We have got an FA Cup, but listen, legends are legends.
Yeah.
No, he means players, Ty.
Yeah, it means
Yeah, that's what it does, and that's what I was saying. I was saying that it's hard for the players
but
now
you can't
because
become
of
a
the,
legend until after you've finished. You can't be a legend after a few years. Saka might end up being a legend.
I hope
Emil
he-
Smith
I hope
Rowe
he
might
will
be a
be.
legend.
I'm actually really
Jesus
looking forward to
might
this
be a
documentary.
legend.
yeah, brilliant.
I'm so looking forward to
What
the Halen
documentary is this?
documentary.
About
About
the-
it.
about the-
6-part documentary of Halen.
On where?
Like behind the scenes. I'm guessing on. I
And
don't know.
the-
Is it on Arsenal.com?
Yeah,
maybe?
probably.
Maybe it's on Arsenal.com.
Funny enough, you're saying that, Helen. I don't know.
Forward to that.
I don't know what game it was.
Is there
We
any,
were
is there any
humbled
drinks
enough
knocking
to
around?
see our young future. We took pictures with them, and I asked one boy. I can't remember his name.
Zero.
I mean, Cecil.
Anything, just thirsty.
Cecil
Obviously, with all
interviewed him.
that- all that
I said that.
shouting.
How many goals have you scored? And he said something about 23.
Yeah.
And this boy is about 9, 10. So the future looks good.
Yeah.
They were fantastic.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. And he
You've
humbled
been
us to meet them.
Halen's.
Hammers.
No. This was at Bournemouth.
Get
No, I've
Julian
never
and
been.
Coke.
Yeah.
0 from the fridge up there. Nice one.
Thanks.
It's really, really nice.
Can I have one as well, please, James? Thank you very much. Yeah, it is nice. It is nice.
And it's you know, like they've got each year, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
teams like you see there
Yeah.
on the walls.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
absolutely,
really nice.
absolutely. I think Bukayo hopefully
Obi's
will
up
be a
there,
legend.
Bukayo. all of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. It's brilliant.
Jack Wilshere.
So who else could
Yeah.
be a legend that's in the current Arsenal squad?
Bukayo,
Yep,
Emil.
yep.
Oh, what's this?
I mean, for me, Martinelli.
Martinelli, definitely.
Martinelli, if he continues
Yeah.
that trajectory.
Gabriel. Aaron.
I think there's players that will still come through, like Amari Hutchinson and
Absolutely.
When I've seen him play, that boy is a baller.
Absolutely fantastic. He just needs,
I really
he needs a chance.
hope they're given the opportunity.
He just
at
needs a
some
chance.
point.
He needs a chance.
Yeah.
He needs a chance.
And we've got quite a lot of. Who's the other one? Is it that? Oh, you guys mentioned him earlier. What's his name?
Flores, Marcelo.
Flores, yeah. He looks very good as well.
He's very good.
Yeah.
And then you also got, what's his name? Is it the striker that we got from Fulham?
Oh, he's friends with my friend's son.
Is
He's
it?
really, really good.
Fantastic.
He was
Fantastic,
like they said to me, you guys have done really well
There's
signing
no
him.
one in there.
Yeah.
He's friends with Lucci.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
It's making sense.
I haven't watched him play, but I've been
I'll
hearing
watch
about
him in
him
the
for
reserves.
years. I
Superb.
think he was at Fulham from quite young.
So who do you think's playing well? Any of them?
What, for Arsenal? No.
Yeah. Who do you think had a good half?
No one.
Yeah.
I thought Smith Rowe was all right.
No.
I'll show-
Not good
Anything
enough.
that's creative.
I'll show you lot all this. I won't read it out. This is what's updated, but I won't read it out. So you can all read it and see what you think. But I won't read it out because I don't know if I agree with that. That's the because I was
Oh,
getting
no, but that's a troll account.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, exactly.
What does it say?
Exactly. Yeah, I'll read it.
Don't worry.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, that's what I mean because I always
Return-
get updated with that.
What,
Don't read it out.
You
Don't
should
read.
unfollow it.
What am I looking at?
Yeah,
Is it something bad? Unfollow it,
it's
Ty.
not even something mad, it's just...
No, what it is, because what it is, Helen, I get all the update, even the good ones as well.
Alan says, bring on Jesus, Marquinhos and Martinelli. 100% agree with you there. I'm surprised they didn't come on towards the end of the first half, to be honest.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but stupid things, just unfollow.
No,
Why
Helen, no,
read them?
no, because what it is that, no, but the thing is, the Twitter updates is good ones as well as bad ones.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean? So if I...
Yeah, but you can choose to unfollow it because it's obviously a certain account.
Yeah,
or is it
I'll
everything?
try and
Like,
find
if
that.
If it just brings up rubbish all the
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
just don't
But
follow
sometimes
that.
they bring up some good things as well. So yeah, you're probably
okay.
right. Because you know how lazy I am on thing. I probably haven't gonna...
Can I have the cold one, please? Or did you want one?
I can have one as well. But we didn't,
Should we share?
No, hold on. Thank you. It's been Turkish that asks for it.
Did you want one as well?
No, I'm
Thank
good,
you.
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, sorry, Turkish.
No, I'm good,
I thought you asked. Oh, sorry, chicken.
You're going to keep it?
James, thank you very much. Thank you.
Should we go half and half?
What's that?
On the
Half and half.
You got one though.
you want this? No, you have that one. You can have
Oh,
that.
you want-
Yeah.
You want the
Oh, you want the cold one? No,
Yeah,
that's
thank
fine.
you.
Oh, that's all right.
Perfect,
That's all right.
Thank you.
That's fine. That's fine.
Just can't do what?
Mitch says, enough of this, we must bring back Wenger. And Ares says, if you don't respect us and you can't read super chats from Americans, stay across the pond. Sad England culture hating on Americans, my guy.
We're not hating.
I don't
Hold
think
on,
anyone's
hold on.
hating.
Get out of your feelings, my guy, because your
No
last
one's
super
hating.
chat said something like, oh, but Ramsdale conceded 4-5. Are you an Arsenal fan or are you an American that's just watching for Turner?
Yeah.
Like, well, why am I going to read that? Why are you going to put down Ramsdale because
Yeah.
Turner's got some criticism for the
Yeah.
first or second goal?
Yeah.
Like, stop
yeah.
being so sensitive about stay across from the pond and all of that nonsense.
And
man.
we are, as fans, all watching Turner's debut.
No, but
So I
exactly.
want to see if he's good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one's
And
hating
it
on
is a
anyone.
friendly.
That's
so,
right.
It is.
You know.
Why is the world so sensitive nowadays? Like, it's so mad to me. Like,
No, because if you say something that people don't agree with, suddenly
It's
you're
all also context.
in the wrong.
It all goes back to context.
You're in the wrong, Turkish, isn't it? That's why you're certainly in the wrong. If you say something that people don't agree with.
We did say that where he's come from isn't a good standard.
Well, it's not.
I bet he wasn't in here last year when Okonkwo made his first mistake in his first start saying, oh, yeah. You're saying it because you're American and you're
Yeah.
trying to support your guy.
Yeah.
But come on, my guy. Like,
No,
this is
I think-
Arsenal Football Club we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, we could put Julian in goal. No, I'm joking.
I
He's played goalkeeper.
Yeah, I wasn't bad.
Was your goalkeeper?
Only when I didn't want to run
He
around.
told me he was
Yeah.
Because every other time.
I wasn't capable of running around. As my career progressed, I became less capable of running.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Ashwin says, hi everybody. Ashwin
Hello.
from Mumbai,
What?
India here. Hello, my
Hello.
guy.
What?
Why are we playing Bellerin, Niles and Mari when we are going to sell them? Or play youngsters no matter if we lose? Come on, you Gunners. And Paul here again says, Turkish United is and will always be bigger club than Liverpool. And funnily enough, you ended with, I ain't worried about Liverpool, you should worry about Tottenham. Well, the gap between us and Tottenham is a lot wider than the gap between you and Liverpool, my guy. There's arguments that say Liverpool are ahead of you already, but give it a few more years with the trajectory you're going at, and they will be ahead of you. So,
Is that the Manchester United fan?
yeah.
We should worry about Tottenham. You should worry that we ended up 11 points ahead of you.
No, he should.
You chatting
I
about?
mean,
Can you imagine? We should worry about Tottenham.
I think they should worry about Wolves. That's where who they compete.
But didn't they end up 11 points behind us?
11 points.
And yet we should worry about Tottenham.
Listen, you got to be like humble, and you got to like think
What?
it's a hard
On
time
that?
for Man United fans right now.
And
They've
you-
had years of domination of Manchester City, and their biggest rival was always Liverpool. Let's just remember that, and they're miles ahead of them.
Yep.
So of course they're going to try and
Of
come
course.
out.
And Helen, of course, they're in the football sewer, in the football mud. And I think it's great. It's the best thing and the best thing ever in football to happen to a football club and the fans. I love them being in the football mud. The football mud sticking to their football face. It's great. It's great. Make it in the football pits, in the football in the cessfire, the football quagmire. I hope they stay there. I love it. It's great. For me, apart from us, it's heaven to see them there. Because when they were, like you said, when they were winning, the arrogance that they showed when they were winning, they're not showing that now. Like you said,
But
that's
they
why
are
you
showing
win.
that. That's why that
No,
the message comes through. They're still arrogant.
No, they can't.
And they're crap.
But they are. Where are you? You're nowhere. I'm not saying where's something. You are nowhere. When they were winning
but they
now,
still talk about themselves as being this massive club,
Absolutely.
and they are
But
massive
I can
in
mention
revenue.
a lot of
and-
other clubs that
They
do that,
do.
and they haven't won nothing like
they
what
do.
United
But when
have
I go on
won.
about the Invincibles, why am I going on about the Invincibles? So what is it then?
because they're the greatest team in the history of football.
So, but when I go on about it, suddenly I'm always going on about it. But yet they can go on about being a great club, but I can't go on about Invincibles. It's either you either have it one way, you can't have it both ways. Either you talk about the past or you be quiet. You can't talk about the past when you want to, but yeah, when we talk about it, oh no, isn't it? I talk about the Invincibles. Oh, you're going about the past, but yeah, it's all right for them to talk about the past when it suits them, because at the moment they're doing nothing. I'm not saying we're doing anything special. But I'm saying it couldn't happen to a nicer football club and a nicer set of fans. I love it. To see them in the football mud is where they belong. And I hope they stay there forever in football terms.
Kevin says, I don't care if it's pre-season or not. It's embarrassing to be losing 2-0. Just more excuses.
It's disappointing, yeah.
And Jacob says, my guy Turkish, we need to get rid of Heki and Mari. Yeah, that's just two to
no
say the
problem.
least.
Who's Heki? Oh, Hector.
Hector.
Even Pepe, that first half showing from Pepe wasn't.
Pepe playing.
I know, I
He didn't do anything, did he?
No, we need changes.
To be
there.
fair, no one's done anything. Even Eddie, no one has
No one's
done
done
anything.
anything, no.
Like, they haven't played as a team. But has this team even? When was the last time these players played together?
Absolutely.
Let's be real.
Absolutely.
You've got everyone who's come back
I think
from their loan spells.
Emil's the only one that's at the shot.
Emil and Eddie were the only ones who were would be in the team now.
That's why I want to
was
see
out there.
Jesus, Marquinhos, come on, bring on Martinelli.
And I think
he
look, I
will.
don't think they're going to bring them to Germany and not give them game time.
Well, you hope. No, but they've been out there training, so it's not about today's game. They were out there at the Adidas
some
training
sort
of- a lot of
camp,
commercial
I think,
stuff
like,
going on. Yeah.
I think it must be like a really good training facility. So they were out there for
No,
big
it's
training.
done for commercial. Adidas
Obviously it's
are the kit
commercial.
sponsor.
Yeah,
It's not
we
about
know
how
that.
the quality of their training facilities. It's about supporting your major
Or
sponsor.
honouring your commitment.
Yeah, that's part of the probably
To
part
the
of
contract.
Yeah, it's probably part of the deal.
That
Yes,
is
it is.
Oh yeah, probably is.
fantastic.
No, it is.
But the fans
But
that
You
go
would
there expect
imagine
to see a
Adidas
performance.
to have a very good training facility. Because
Yeah, absolutely,
they,
yeah.
They are in the business of sport, you know, like athletes. So they're not going to just fly out there to have a meeting with Adidas. the
Saw
whole
them
team.
goals in with the old vintage stuff as well.
Yeah.
No.
And they launched the collab as well with all the
What's a collab?
like the Gucci Adidas collaboration. They had Righty in the drip, so you know there's a lot. There's a
What's
lot
this?
of-
Adidas and Gucci.
Oh, actually, we should take you shopping, Julia. Should we go shopping? We'll go buy some nice merchandise. You could get the Gucci
I've got some nice
collaboration.
merchandise.
And also, can I also say, sorry to keep on about it, how obsessed Manchester United fans are. We're playing and you're messaging. It's true. What are you messaging in for?
Because you get triggered.
No, but I'm not. That's it, Helen. I'm not triggered. I'm just wondering why. We're playing Nurnberg in a friendly, and yet you're messaging in. Manchester United fans are messaging in. Why? That's so they're
love
obsessed with
you,
us.
Ty. They love you.
I'm sure they do. Always slagging off Manchester United, which, by the way, I love to do, and I always will do. I just think it's funny. You know what I mean? You know, you got time to actually message it. You know, if they're playing, what would I be watching them for? Only unless somebody could say, you watch them and they lose, then yeah, I'll do that. But you know, apart from that,
Would you do that?
of course I would. Listen, when they lost 5-0 and I was at the Box Park, I was in a Liverpool sofa. It was great. Seeing them
good.
get beaten 5-0 and magnificent. Even people thought I was a Liverpool fan. I said, no, I'm a Gooner. I'm just happy that Manchester United lost. Sorry, Turkish, go on.
Ashwin sent another super chat. I saw some articles where Merson said Arsenal should buy Savic. Lazio. Remember 2 days ago what he said about Arsenal going for 2 important players. This could be the hint. Well, Savic would be a great signing.
I
in my
think
opinion.
he is because he's an experienced player.
It could be, but then I don't think Paul has got any insider knowledge in the club.
Of course he hasn't, yeah.
So that's just what he thinks.
No.
But he said, well, apparently, he said Edu said to him.
When would he have seen
really?
Edu?
Really, I'm sorry.
Edu. I think Lee saw Edu, so Lee can see Edu. Merson
I'm sorry.
can see Edu.
Listen,
Where did Lee see Edu?
I was on the phone to him.
Listen.
Yeah, but he said Paul
chat with
Merson
him.
weren't in Germany when he said that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if...
Oh, what you're saying? So
Yeah, if
Edu told Lee and Lee told Paul Merson.
No, but what I'm saying is if Edu can see Lee, he can definitely see Paul Merson. You said, well, why is Paul Merson talking to Edu? Like
I
Paul
don't
Merson has
think
got
they're like
access.
phone of friends. I don't think they're just sit there texting.
No, but he could
I don't
do
know
the
whether
same
to
thing.
believe
He's
that or
more
not.
likely to tell
Could have
Paul
been at an
Merson something
event.
than Lee,
Yeah.
or maybe
I don't know
not.
what event, but
Yeah,
but then-
I
but-
just can't see it right now.
I-
Edu needs to
Exactly.
be doing business, not sitting
Exactly.
there like networking with
Exactly.
like events
Helen,
that
I agree
he
with you.
needs to be at.
He is going to
It's
be.
just my
He's going to be at
opinion.
events. That's part of the deal.
Yeah.
People
Right
will
now,
invite
I
him
don't
around.
think so.
Yes. That's,
Listen, if Paul did see Edu,
Yeah.
I'm sure Edu didn't tell him anything. I'm sorry.
Listen,
No,
I saw
I
Edu.
would've
I'll
said-
tell you
yeah.
something. I saw Edu, yeah, in LA. We bumped into each other. We had a little chat. The first thing I asked him was, what's going on with our defence? Who we
Yeah.
signing?
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
And he assured me we're making good signings.
But he didn't
that
say who,
was
did
in
he?
LA
But
how
what
many
I'm saying
years
is
ago?
he's
Well,
more
he didn't say any
likely.
players, did he?
Yeah, he's
No,
more
he
likely
said
to
so
So
impart.
I don't think he would say that to Paul as well.
But he's more likely to impart sensitive information.
I don't think so.
I really
to-
don't think so.
I don't think so.
to Paul Merson than
Because-
he is to the great
What,
respect
Paul
to
Merson
Helen
that
and Lee.
talks to every reporter?
Exactly.
Do you really think so?
Exactly.
But he's part of the.
Listen, back in the day,
What is
He-
Paul Merson
he's
part
not
of
quite a-
Arsenal?
not
No,
quite-
he's
he's
not.
almost
a
legend.
He's not.
He's like a semi-legend.
he's almost a legend, but he's undoing his legendary status by
No,
slagging. No,
he
when he
wasn't
slags us
slagging.
off, when he slags us off, he does.
But he's got a.
He's
got
got
a
what?
position in the media, so he.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Doesn't matter.
So we didn't make no
That's his
no
job.
substitutions. No.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mohammed
we've
has come. Mohammed has come.
got
El
El
Nene's
Nene, and I've seen who else did I see?
El Nene's on.
No, there's one other I just saw. Marquinhos, I think, is on.
But that's the yeah. But
Martinelli's on.
Oh,
right,
Martinelli.
okay.
Martinelli's on.
go on, Gabe.
So
They haven't
so
told
what
us the
numbers?
subs.
I know they don't tell us.
So what number is Marquinhos?
Remember, we can't end on commentary. Maybe
Yeah.
some commentary on it.
I'm not even sure what number. Lade here says it's just
Oh,
pre-season.
we've got 9. We've got Jesus on.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus is also. We've got everyone
should
on.
we start
Jesus.
watching, guys?
Yeah.
Let's
So
talk it. No, I'm joking.
so Julian, what was you saying?
Can't
Yeah, you said that Paul's
Yeah,
part
Paul
of the
Merson.
media.
No, yeah, Paul's
No,
part of the
listen,
media.
you've got to take
so
this.
his job.
Julian met Paul Merson recently, so he's he's
Yeah, no,
met
no,
now.
no.
They're friends, so
Okay,
he's,
fair enough,
he's
fair
not
enough.
going to have
I've
anything
got his
bad said
mobile
about
number.
him. See,
Yeah, go,
he
go.
wants
He's
to
in
get
my-
it in the show.
No, okay, let's go.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but
Yeah,
yes.
go, go,
If
go.
you keep bringing up Merson all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Nice.
but
Oh,
yes,
brilliant.
Jesus.
yeah.
Jesus. I think it's Jesus.
Oh, we seen off. We went sign. Yeah.
No, it's good goal. Good
That
goal.
was a finish. That was a finish.
Come
That was
on.
a finish. That was a finish. Well done.
Was that his first touch? And his
It is his first touch.
contribution to
Bang.
the
Do you know I
match?
thought it went wide? Oh,
No,
we've got a
it's
few
brilliant
gooners
goal.
there.
That was a bit of a hard angle as well.
Right,
Yeah, he started it.
Left
He
is
started
his
it. Played
There's
inside.
more things to
Look
come.
at that.
2,
Nice finish.
3.
Bang.
Finish. Let's hope we can do that
Who
when the
was he
season
linking up
starts.
with there? Eddie. Was that with Eddie, I think?
Bang.
Already now we show more attacking intent.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fucking.
Well, I should hope so,
One-on-one.
Ty. We've got our biggest signing on the pitch now.
Come on.
No,
But it's not just about
good to
skills.
see.
It was about the desire.
Just the whole-
You know, put the ball quick,
Yeah,
burst of
chase-
energy.
Just the
chase after it.
communication
Yeah.
as well in the interaction.
And what happens now is that's infectious. Is that it communicates to the rest of the team,
You'd hope so. With Sanchez, it didn't.
which communicates to us. Look, we're all excited now.
Yeah, I
we're
remember
infused.
Sanchez wanted to win too much, according to a certain right back at this club.
Which I don't agree
Yeah,
with at
so
all.
let's make sure we are all on the same
I
wave.
I don't agree with that at all. As much as I like Hector, I don't agree with that.
Few super chats coming. It's just pre-season. It's just the first game of the season. This is a mentality that does not get us forward. I'm sick of the positivity.
Yeah, of course you are. Of course.
Miles says, Ty, I'm an Arsenal fan, but if you say United are in the mud, then so are we. Ty actually said that. Deluded, out-of-touch owners and both clubs are massively
Exactly. I did say, thank you.
But
Thank you,
we're-
Tig. I did say that.
We're
But-
11 points ahead.
Exactly.
Of them, so
Yeah, we are in the mud, but we're 11 points better than Manchester United.
Well,
I never said we're not in the
and
mud.
look at the money they spent last
Exactly.
season on the players they brought
Here we
in.
go, number 2.
Exactly.
Oh, unlucky there.
Good, there's a good ball in.
Good delivery.
Time to talk says Leno would have saved both of those shots on
Possibly.
But Leno's not going to stick around as number 2.
Exactly.
And the reality
Too good
is,
to be
is
number
that
2.
a goalkeeper
Yeah.
doesn't get injured or suspended very often.
And
So
he's-
But-
And if
the
we're honest, he's too good to be number 2.
substitute
But-
isn't actually as important as
Julian?
every other position.
Could it have been different if we did get Europe? Like if we were in the
Champions
Champions
League, I
League,
think
Leno
he
might
would have been.
stuck
I
about,
think he
so-
would have. I think he might have.
He wants to play in the World Cup for Germany. He's not going to get into that position if he's
That's
playing
the point.
reserve
I suppose
for
that's the point.
Arsenal.
That's the point. That's the point. I suppose it could have been different.
Yeah, but if we were in the Champions League, he might have,
He might have a lot more
might have
games.
made a difference.
Yeah, he might have a lot more games.
And he may not have been picked for the Champions League
No, but
because
he would have
it's
been
more
picked
important.
for a lot of other games. He would have had a lot more
I
game
think
time.
it's one position I don't agree with swapping around. It's an important game. Play your best goalkeeper.
If they're fit, or if they're not fit.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Oh my
thank
god! I
God
thought that
he
was
is.
free.
Just wide
I thought that
Nurnberg.
was going to be free.
Oh my god! What are we doing
He's
again?
quite good, this player. He's been the most
That
involved
second
player
goal
on the
was a nice
pitch.
finish.
But who's there's not? Well, look, he's there at the back part. Look, he's even put his hand
He's
up.
got
Nobody's
no
gone to close him
one
down.
near him.
closing
No one
down.
near
Is
him.
that
That's Gable.
Gabriel?
Yeah, it's Gable.
I
Is
don't
he
like
on
when
as
they
well?
put their hands behind their back.
No, but why has no one gone to close him down?
Yes. So
If that's
all
on target,
three
we're in trouble.
Gabbies are on the pitch for the first time.
Yes, Gabby.
Is Marquinhos on?
Is he?
Oh, is he Gabby as well?
look at
No,
that
no, I'm
turn.
just asking. I'm just
I
asking.
Oh, no,
haven't
I'm
seen
not-
him,
I'm
I'm
not
not
sure,
going to lie.
Turkish.
I haven't noticed.
Oh,
you-
he's
Come on, one man
this guy's
show.
class.
Oh, unlucky.
Unlucky.
Oh,
Nearly 2-2. Wow.
But,
Jesus is
but listen, that's what most of our teams should be
Jesus.
doing
Yeah,
to this side.
Jesus, James, good goal.
This is a German second division side. Most of our players should be
You're
doing
right,
that.
They're not second division.
It is. It's
They're
a
not,
lower.
they're not Bundesliga.
They're
Yeah,
not.
they
Are
came
they?
eighth last year.
Are you
Or
sure?
they come up.
Yeah, they
Or is
came
that
eighth in their
Nuremberg?
top division.
Because this is Nurnberg. Are you mixing them up with Nuremberg? Because this is Nurnberg. I don't know if it's the same team.
Nice turn in.
No, this is Nuremberg.
Okay.
That last bit was unlucky.
He was unlucky. Brilliant. He didn't have no support, so he went on his own. But then, Julian, bringing it back to... I'll go bring it back to Paul. You're saying that he's in the media, so what does that mean?
It
So in the
means
media
that
means...
his job
It means you
is
slag
to
off your...
be-
You slag off your old club that kept you when you were doing things that you shouldn't and could have sacked you.
His
And
job
supported you
now.
through
Exactly.
that time.
Exactly.
I know what you're talking
So
about.
his job now
Yes.
is to give his opinion
Yes.
on what he believes.
Yes.
And
Which does
and it
change
doesn't-
a lot,
it-
yeah.
It does
Yes.
change a lot.
Yes.
Depending
And
on
not
where he's
everyone,
talking.
so your opinion
Yeah.
is pretty consistent. I would
Yep.
say my opinion is pretty consistent.
I'd like to
Most
think so.
people change.
They do.
Depending on results.
Yes.
And I've heard him be very, very positive about Arsenal.
And I've also heard
him be
very
negative.
no, but
No,
very...
I wouldn't say derogatory.
Yes,
but-
no, I will. I will. And I
but
told...
more
And I
negative
told...
when the
I'll tell-
results don't follow.
And Julian, I will tell you derogatory in the fact that he called Arsene pathetic. And that is ridiculous.
Pathetic or prophetic?
No, he called him pathetic. What's that?
In what context?
Pathetic. In the word pathetic. That Arsene is pathetic. So why are you talking about your former manager from your club like that? That's
could have been
ridiculous.
a
That's,
particular-
no, that's
Might be
ridiculous.
upset that he never
Yeah.
got the opportunity to be managed by him.
And I
No,
think
he
so,
was
Helen,
managed by
but-
him. He was managed by him.
And what did
I
he
lean
say?
more
Yeah.
towards Julian here.
Yeah, go on.
Because you can disagree with Merson's opinion, but
Yeah.
I actually agree with a lot of what Merson said over the years. Maybe I agree that the way he said it
Well,
was
absolutely.
derogatory, I get that.
Well, that-
And-
yeah.
and someone in his position, it will hit home a lot more than, let's say, someone like me who's just a fan because he used
Oh,
to play for the club.
Yeah.
But I kind of understand, I understand where he's been coming from. I feel like he cares for the club, hence why sometimes he comes across as frustrated, angry, like I come across sometimes.
Yeah, no, and Turkish, that's fine. That's fine. I understand what you and Julie say, but this is coming from a Chelsea fan. A self-confessed Chelsea fan. So if
He's
you
not-
are,
I actually talked to him about that.
he is a Chelsea fan
He-
because
he-
he's been on Chelsea TV.
He has been, and he grew up as a Chelsea fan.
Okay.
However, what he said to me was he basically supports both clubs, but when push
No.
comes to
Very
shove,
diplomatic.
when push
No.
comes to shove, he will side slightly with Arsenal.
No, I'm sorry.
That's
I
what
do
he told.
not-
That's
no, I don't.
from his mouth.
I don't agree because if that's
to my ears,
okay, if that's the case, then what is he doing on Chelsea TV then?
because
Self-
he has
self-confessed
an
Chelsea fan
affinity.
and-
He has an affinity to Chelsea.
And taking your son to Chelsea in the Chelsea top,
Didn't he call his daughter Chelsea?
possibly. But he takes his son to Chelsea in the Chelsea. The thing is, listen, I don't mind whatever you are, and I understand what you and Turkish is saying, and Turkish has broke it down brilliantly. I just think that if you are whatever you are, you cannot have what I have to be careful what I say. Horrible digs. If you're not happy for them, but don't say the team play like 8-year-olds. That's ridiculous.
But I think the
no,
issue,
that's no respect.
That the main issue you had was him calling Arsene Wenger pathetic.
Not only that,
and there was actually some things that Arsene Wenger did that I would agree with. That
like,
were pathetic.
tell me what Arsene.
Was that Sambi there?
Oh,
Brilliant goal.
Mohamed.
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 Oh, Nene!
it's not the first time he scored a goal like that.
Oh, good goal.
Barcelona.
Mohamed, yeah, Barcelona.
Barcelona goals. That was a bang.
You know, we better keep on talking about Paul. We seem to be scoring.
I mean, this is the turnaround. This is the mentality.
And Julian, by the way, they finished 8th in Bundesliga 2 last season.
I thought
So it's
it was-
Nurnberg, you see?
No, he done his research. He just didn't look at what league they finished.
You see?
His article was from
Nurnberg.
2019.
That's
That's what he was doing.
Yeah, and that is why a little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing.
You see Nurnberg? You see? Because I said
I
Nurnberg.
asked James and he said, I don't know.
No.
So I looked at it myself.
Well, no, but
So
you.
I thought, oh, they came 8. So I thought, I'll slip that one and done my research.
Yeah, okay, but listen, that is hard though. If James doesn't know, that's hard, man. If James doesn't know, no one knows. Put it that way.
Yeah.
That's right. You're lucky it's not a test
Third
where
time
you're
and
going to
you're
get
seeing
a
the door, mate.
certificate at the
You
end
get
of
3
it.
chances and you're out. Epic says, Thai
You get
questioning
called out a lot
United
more on these
fans.
watch-alongs, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Epic saying Thai questioning United fans messaging in. I'm a Spurs fan, but the content is excellent. Turkish is a
Oh, thank
legend. Helen is beautiful, and respect to Thai.
Oh, thank you very much. Well,
thank you very much.
When you break it down like that, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just a bit surprised, but yeah, thank you very much. We'll take that.
Who would you rather go to dinner with, Ty? Question for you. Allardyce, Mourinho, or Pulis?
Oh.
Listen, you might. I'm gonna actually pick one, and you might think it's terrible. None of them. Okay. None of
You
them.
have to go for-
None.
you have
I'd
to go
rather
for one.
starve. I'd rather starve.
I like
Then
these
go to dinner with
questions.
one of them.
Have
You don't
some
have to
more sent
wait.
in like that.
I would
But
rather
would you-
starve.
You could sit there and tell them exactly what you think of them.
None of
So
them.
you'd
None
like
of
that?
them.
If you
No.
You
Tell
would
them.
if they were paying the bill and buying you a
Listen,
nice dinner, wouldn't
what?
you?
Let them try and poison me? No, I don't think so. No, you must be kidding.
But you could tell them what you think of
Allardyce.
them.
If I tell them
Poisons
what,
Thai.
if I tell them what,
Over dinner.
if I tell them what I think of them, they won't be too happy in football terms. So no, I would never go. I'm sorry,
But
none of
then
them.
That would make you happy.
No, it wouldn't.
What, to tell them what you think of them?
No, because no. What's the point? What would make me happy is if we could go back in time and their cheating be erased. That would make me happy.
Would you go to dinner with
I know you're gonna ask. Go on, go on. Helen.
okay.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
I'm trying to think of who I remember
Oh,
you
would you go
always
to dinner with Paul
disliking.
Merson then?
Yes, I
you
would,
go.
and I would ask
And he
him.
would tell Paul Merson exactly what he
Exactly.
said.
Oh. Listen, yes, I would go because he's a former player and he's kind of like a legend. Yes, and I would ask him, why do you slag us off? The same way I asked David Bentley, which was an interesting story.
Oh, David Bentley's an interesting
Yeah,
player.
I went up to
Yeah.
him, and the funny thing is, he was shocked because this was years ago. When we used to play our Tottenham used to play their reserve games at Leyton Orient.
Yeah.
So he was there, and I was in my colours. We lost 2-1. I spoke to Sanchez. Sanchez wasn't all that. So I just waited for him, and all the Tottenham fans were going up to him. So when I went up to him now, he thought I wanted a picture.
Oh, did he start posing?
Yeah, he was ready. And I said,
Oh!
Oh, lovely. Oh, brilliant.
yes,
Brilliant.
goal.
Is it
Goal,
goal?
goal,
Did it
goal,
go
goal,
over?
technology.
That went
Is
over
it
the
a goal?
line.
it's a goal, yes!
Oh,
Is
yes.
that Jesus?
Nice.
What a turnaround!
Nice.
Yeah, but this is what you expect when your main players come on.
No,
Yes,
but
yes,
not
yes.
in that kind of time
It's nice. It's
span.
nice. It's
Wow.
good. This is
Yeah.
You know, it's 57 minutes.
Good for a moment in Ketty,
Yeah, Eddie
Yeah,
was
it was.
brilliant.
Wow, this the
You know what I'm
turnaround.
really liking?
Nice.
Their link-up's been really, really
The
good.
turnaround has been
Both goals
unbelievable.
has been them two.
Nice.
But
Well
Jesus
over the line, that one.
and Jesus is in there, so he's
Yeah.
going to be the main striker.
Yeah, nice header.
Yeah.
Well done.
Come on.
3-2.
Yeah.
Nice. First 15 minutes of the second half.
Should we do our score predictions now that we're
But-
happy
yeah,
and
but-
that we've
but-
scored a few
score
goals?
predictions?
I said 5-2. I don't know if you lot heard
Did you
me.
say
but
that?
I said
Did you?
5-2.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I did hear
Was
it.
it to Arsenal though?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
What are you trying to
It's somewhere. If you rewind, you'll see it somewhere.
Yeah.
It's
It's-
I
5-2.
missed it, but
Julia,
I think
you're
we had
funny.
mic issues around the time as well. so-
Yeah.
okay.
The funny
And I
thing,
think Ty was talking, Julian was talking, we didn't hear him.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
the funny thing is, before
And
anybody,
this was at 2-0 down. You predicted 5-2.
No,
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 it was
Before the game.
Before the game, before the game.
Okay.
When he forgot to
I'll
do the
find the
score
footage after, man.
predictions.
Don't worry, don't worry.
you dated Turkish?
No, I'm just asking a question.
Yeah. The funny thing is,
Not
we
loaded at all.
the funny thing is, we better say before anybody says it's just a friendly, because people were saying now we're 3-2 up, it's just a
It's
friendly.
not just
So
friendly now. This is
no, it's
We're
still
winning
just
the
a
league, is that what
friendly.
you're saying?
Oh, come on, we've got them
No,
two.
no,
We've got them
but
two sitting
what I've been
there.
really impressed with is the turnaround in mentality of what's happened, how poor it was in the first half, and we've made a few substitutions, and the players that are coming on are
Absolutely.
going to be our first choice, and they look the business.
Absolutely, but the
And who are we playing again, Julian?
We are playing a second division German
Thank you.
team.
you said it was Nuremberg.
We are playing Nuremberg. Is this not Nuremberg?
No, it's Nurnberg.
What team are we actually playing?
I think there's a
Nurnberg.
difference, yeah.
Look there, look, FC Nurnberg there.
No, but that's probably the German
No,
spelling.
it's not
For
Nuremberg.
Europe.
Yeah, it's like.
Unless it's-
Excuse me, we used to play a team called Austria Vienna.
Yes, I remember
and
that.
they were
Remember
called
them.
Austria
FK Vienna.
Wien.
Wasn't it called Rapid Vienna?
No, I don't know. That's the thing. It's, in different countries, they call
I remember
them
Rapid
different
Vienna.
I
back
do
in
as well.
the day.
I
So I'm
remember
pretty
Rapid
certain
Vienna.
Yeah.
FC
I thought he was going to say
Nuremberg-
there was two different ones.
So FC Nuremberg is Nuremberg.
If it is,
It's
then I stand
Nuremberg.
corrected. Is it?
It is.
Oh, it's sorry.
So Ty
Sorry,
was wrong.
Julian.
Yeah.
So
I
you-
stand corrected.
You've got two more before you get.
I'm not wrong about Paul though, am I?
Well, I think.
So
you are.
I'm not. Turkish just broke it down
No, but Turkey
perfectly.
agreed with me on that one.
No, but
Oh wait,
That
did
player's
Jesus
called
not?
Nuremberg.
Did Jesus not
They
touch it
said
or
it was an
something?
own
They
goal,
classed it as an
Oh, is it?
own
Yeah,
goal.
but he was
okay.
still
Yeah,
there.
It's
to
all right, it's
justify.
3-2 either way.
No. The thing is, no. Turkish broke it down brilliantly. But remember, Turkish did say you don't have to be slagging the team off. Constructive. If it's constructive, I don't mind. But when you're having a go, you're having a go at the team when you're
But
big
you
profile.
said he
That's
called
wrong.
Arsene Wenger pathetic.
Yes, he did, and
So
that's
under-
ridiculous.
Yeah, but
And
under
you-
what was the story behind
Because
But
it?
we don't- what was
Him
the
calling-
context
yeah, what was
of the
context?
conversation?
To
Okay, calling
slag him off. To slag him
No,
off.
but what had Wenger done?
Okay.
Because
What did he
think-
do? What
I don't
was
think
it?
he did
Wenger
anything.
Are you making this up or is this factual?
No,
I'm
you
saying
said
it. Yeah,
that
he called him
I know
pathetic.
that he'd done it, but
Yeah.
if he had done it,
Yeah.
what was the context of why he called him
I'll
pathetic?
go to
Yeah,
that, but before
tell
that,
us.
though, how can you call somebody that can speak 6 languages and you can just about speak one pathetic? That doesn't make no sense.
Okay, because I mean personally, I loved Wenger for a time, but for me, he's quite a contradictory character.
In
And
what
there were
way?
certain things he did.
In football.
Yeah, of course.
But did he do anything pathetic though?
For me, yes. I
Like
think he
what?
did.
Tell me something done that's pathetic.
Giving Ozil 350 grand a week to save his job.
But that's in football terms though.
Yeah, I thought that was pathetic.
No, but Paul is you. But then say then that's what it is. But you can't call the man pathetic.
So if I would come out and say, I thought it was a pathetic decision
In
to give Ozil 350,000. So
In
I'm
football.
calling Wenger.
In football,
in
you're
that
not going to call him
instance-
out personally, are you? You're going to say.
No, but he personally, if he personally made that decision, which I believe he did,
Yeah.
I thought that was pathetic.
But then in the football, what I'm saying to you in the football, but his one was he's pathetic and individual, and that's worse.
Okay, if that's the context, then I disagree with what
That's
Paul
what I'm
Merson
saying.
said. He says he's a pathetic individual, but if
Yeah.
he said a certain decision was pathetic,
That's
it's
fine.
different.
That's fine. Even Jamie Carragher was saying that, and Jamie Carragher says stupid. I said that you don't call this stupid.
Nice turn, let's go.
Lovely, come on.
Shit,
I like it.
You know,
rushed it.
Yeah.
that's all. That's all, Julian. That's what I mean. If you've got any fair enough, but you have to be respectful because Helen was. I said that Helen was leaning on to what he did. He's perfectly
All right,
thing.
so what was the context? He said
It was something
pathetic?
about I don't know. I think he criticised Arsene and Arsene had to
That's
go
it,
back
brilliant,
and he called
see?
him pathetic,
Oh,
which I thought was absolutely ridiculous
Oh, no, he
and
says
very
that.
disrespectful. Very
14,
disrespectful for a manager of your former club.
Eddie.
Eddie, innit? Yeah.
Super
it
chat
was
from
Eddie.
Ollie says we need another left back, defensive mid, centre mid, and a right winger or central forward. Can we try Pepe as a 9? I'd be happy with Tillemans, Douglas Luiz, Martinez, and go big on Gnabry.
I think we all would.
Yeah, that's
who
not going to
doesn't he
happen,
want?
all of them players.
No, I
No
don't think
chance.
so.
Not out of our remit though.
It's not out of it. I just feel like there's just
Kind of
no
must-
way
yeah,
we
you can't have too
would
many
be able to
players.
do all
I think
of
one
that.
of the benefits that we saw last season before it went a little bit wrong was that you had this close-knit squad. You didn't have too many players. So,
We've got too many players now that aren't
yeah, if you've
good
got
enough,
players that
like
are just
they're
not...
almost surplus to requirements.
Oh!
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, yes!
Ah, lovely.
Yes! Was that offside?
No, it's goal.
Nah,
He
don't
looked like he was on
think
the goal line. Oh, no, he's not injured.
No, he's not injured. He's not injured.
Scrambled
They
it
scored
over.
again.
Looks like Jesus' goal this time.
This, this
4-2.
the funny thing is that this turnaround is great, it's superb. But what I would say is that if we do that in the Premier League game, we might not have a chance.
100%. You
Yeah.
can't.
So-
you can't.
We have to learn. We have to learn. That's what pre-season is about to learn.
No, it's onside.
Oh, he's onside.
Yeah,
He came
'cause
off the...
he came off it, yeah,
it
so
looks
he
like
can't be
another own
offside.
goal.
Yeah, it's
So
another own
he
goal.
came
I
off
was going to
the,
say, didn't look like he
German
touched
defender.
it there.
Didn't touch it. I think he was worried about being offside.
Yeah.
As well,
This
Yeah, but
turnaround,
He
he,
almost
he
pulled
wouldn't
out
have
of
been because
touching
he
it.
came off the German.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
this turnaround has been amazing.
Eddie again to hit the post.
Oh,
Oh.
no, he did. Oh no, he didn't touch it. Oh, you see, that was smart.
2 on goal.
He was smart because
but he can
knew
touch
it was
it, though.
going. He can.
He
But
can
he wasn't
touch-
He
quite
weren't
sure.
100%
Yeah.
sure.
So he kind of knew it was going in, and he didn't touch it.
Well, the rule is that if it comes off an opposition player, you
but
can't
he
be offside.
might not seen it
In
'cause
the
he had his
moment,
back
he
to
might
it,
not have seen.
and
Yeah.
he was very clever. It shows his fast
But he still
thinking.
used his body
So
though.
sounds-
He
Yeah.
still would have been classed offside
Yeah.
because he
Yeah.
used his body to...
Has he had it? No, 2 own goals.
2 on goals.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
It's all right though,
No,
just
they're giving
like
it-
his
look like
whole
they're giving us
no.
contribution anyway.
Yeah.
He's in the right
Look,
places.
it's changed around this game of two halves. In the second half, made a few substitutions, and
So do you think we'll see any more substitutions
yeah,
in the
of course,
next 20?
possibly.
yeah, going to bring on Marquinhos. I would have thought.
Listen, what I said, I'm a bit. That is a bit bad of me. That is a bit disingenuous. When I said Paul can just about speak one language, he can, but I just think
I just think you need to remember also sometimes, Ty, that Paul's had he's had a lot to deal with in
He
life,
has.
so he's not always
And-
going to be...
no.
But he's
and-
one of
You
the-
don't know where he was in his
And that-
journey
listen,
when
and I-
that was said.
He's one of the best pundits out. He's funny.
I don't know if he's one of the
says
best.
things- I think he is.
I don't know one of the best. Not when he's pronouncing names wrong and laughing about it. I don't think he's one of the best.
sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not pundits, though.
He
No, I know,
understands
but I
football.
Punditry is not our job.
I don't even remember half the people's names.
Yeah, but punditry is not our job, Helen. And also,
No, I'm not saying that.
when you're pundit like Paul, you have an apartment where you can ask
Nice.
to pronounce any name.
Yeah, no, they've
So you know what I mean?
got it
You
up
got
in
no
front of
exactly.
them,
So you
yeah.
got no excuse if you pronounce it wrong and you're laughing about it. But yeah, go on. You're not.
Oh, that would be
Nene,
lovely
yeah.
if that went in.
Wow.
I mean, that's the other thing. Is El Neni good enough to be in the midfield? Do we need to strengthen if we've got him?
No,
Yes,
we
we
do.
do.
We
We
do.
do,
Because
because
you're going
he's
to
good
pick up
cover.
injuries throughout the whole season. You know,
He's good
Xhaka
cover.
might get
He is
sent
good-
off.
he's
You
definitely
know,
good cover.
He's
these
good
things
cover.
happen.
I wouldn't start with him personally, but I think he's good cover because remember he came in when Thomas was injured,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Listen,
But then having said that, he can start for some
Right,
games.
so look at it like this then, Julian.
Yeah.
What have we achieved by having the players we have in midfield? Yeah? It weren't enough, so we need more. You have to
exactly.
just look
Yeah.
at it like that.
Yeah,
It's not rocket science.
We do need.
even though he did play
I
well
thi-
today.
I think we
season.
need an upgrade on
Nice.
on Granite.
I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
We need an upgrade on pretty much all of our midfield
No, not all of them.
going forward. We
William
do.
and Thomas.
Well, in general, like if Thomas gets injured,
Yes.
then what?
Yes.
You know, we
Yeah,
saw
so
what
we're talking
happened
about
when he's
cover.
injured.
Yes.
I'm not talking about cover. I'm saying if we
But
want
El
to
Neni
be
actually
better
didn't-
than where we're finishing,
We
you
try
need
and get
better.
better. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
yeah.
need
Look, bring him
better.
on.
Yeah.
Is that
That's
Patino?
Arthur. That's Folarin.
Balogun's
That's
coming
Charlie,
on.
and that's-
Patino. Who's the other one at the
He
end?
Oh,
must
that
be a
must be,
Mexican.
I think that's,
He must be the Mexican.
Sosa. I think that's Sosa,
Oh,
68.
is it
Yeah, must
68?
be, yeah.
And I'm not sure who 27 is.
Marquinhos, yeah.
Yeah,
Might
I think
be.
it's Marquinhos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marquinhos.
Not sure about these shorts. They're longer. Much longer shorts, aren't they? Going back to the 30s.
The 30.
Is that how long they were? Weren't they
Is.
really short? Them
Is
days?
that the fashion now? Longer in the 80s.
Well,
they were
I
really
can't
short.
wait to see how Tierney
Fashion
wears
works
them.
in
He'll be rolling
cycles,
them
yeah.
up and Bellerin, but ain't
Yeah, but
rolling
in the
them up.
30s and 40s, then you had longer shorts, and then went up to the 80s. And
Was it the 80s that had short ones?
Oh, it was tiny.
Yeah, no, Helen, you are right. You are right. And,
You know,
and
like sometimes we just need to be mindful of
yeah,
you don't always
and this,
know.
and this is why I stopped saying things
Yeah.
about Paul because I've seen what he's gone through. But
He's
at the
been
same
through a
time,
lot.
he has. But at the same time, when you've been through that, it's not nice to be lashing out at the club
But
that helped you.
He's being honest. That is his opinion, and that's what
he's been on.
And I want to hear what he thinks.
Yeah, I do, but I also want him to be respectful to the club.
If he thinks that, I would like to hear it, and I'd like to hear what his justification of thinking that. I find him very entertaining, very knowledgeable, and he communicates in a really kind of great way that you can understand.
But you loving that as a fan though, that grew up watching him and him being your idol, maybe.
Yes. Yeah, I think he's brilliant. I've seen him a few times now, like an audience with Paul Merson.
Is it me or does Patino look a bit taller? I feel like he's grown over the summer.
He's got a new haircut.
Like he's been in the gym.
He needs to, yeah.
And they look like they've grown a little bit.
Yeah. Well, remember, they're still young men, innit? They're still young men, so they're still growing. Yeah, Julian, all that is fine. You say that, but I'm sorry.
His whole frame looks a bit broader as well.
He's been in the gym, innit?
Yeah, I think he's been training.
And Julian, that's fine. But when you come out and slag the club off, you then should. If you're going to slag the club off, right, which you're entitled to, which I don't agree with, then you should remember what the club did for you. So when you're slagging the club off, like the club,
I just didn't hear what he said, so I can't comment on that.
Because
I never heard.
But I'm telling you, he slagged the club off.
He said that
Arsenal was pathetic.
But
he paid like 8 years old.
But what you didn't tell me was in what context, and then I'd say whether I'd agree or disagree with it.
Do you know, I did tell you. He called him pathetic. A pathetic individual. So it was nothing to do with football.
Okay.
And that's
but you know what? They can even also have a personal thing that happened that he's.
And I think Arsenal supported him when he came out.
And this is why I'm saying. That's why you shouldn't be doing that, because the club could have kicked you out, and we didn't when you was doing for which I won't name. So that's really ungrateful of you to be coming out and slagging the club off.
If your job now is to be critical and give your opinion, but there's no point in him doing that job if he's not going to be open.
No, you can. A bit controversial.
You can. You be humble to the club. You be humble to the club, because without the club, you wouldn't even have a punditry career, would you? So you be humble to the club. I just think that's
but the reality is, Ty, in life, most people forget those things.
And he shouldn't. You're saying that, Helen, but he shouldn't. Because what he's gone through, we could have kicked him out.
But then every player that's gone in to become a pundit, I mean, look at, it's not just him.
It's Roy Keane.
I mean, they are very critical.
They are.
Of Neville, of Manchester United.
Overly critical, but that's Manchester United.
I find that very hypocritical of Neville, because Neville comes out, the Glazers this, the Glazers that.
Yeah.
And he was quite happy to take the Glazers' money, and suddenly he's, it's wrong.
Yes, that is true, Julian. But the difference is, with Gary Neville and Roy Keane, they did not do what Paul did they? Because if they did now, he would be very hypocritical of them to be slagging off.
With Roy Keane, he slagged off Alex Ferguson.
Absolutely.
Loads.
Absolutely. And if I quote him, he said...
the best part of his career as well.
He said, but he slagged, but that's football, isn't it?
Wait on. So he slagged him off.
So what you saying, Paul Merson didn't slag off Wenger during a football comment, he was just being derogatory.
Absolutely. Absolutely is what I'm saying.
Does not like Alex Ferguson.
He doesn't.
As a person.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. But I'm not.
And I think that's great.
But I'm not. Yeah, I do as well. But I'm not.
Oh, you two both get on that topic.
I've never heard Keane call Ferguson a loser. Have you ever heard Keane call Ferguson? Because that's what Paul is saying.
But he didn't like him as an individual. He was
fair enough.
Derogatory to Ferguson's character.
Fair enough, but I've not heard him call him a loser. Have I? But I heard Paul try to call Arsenal a loser, and I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
You know what? I want to put it around this conversation up. It's because Ty holds Wenger so highly.
Yeah.
So when you hold someone as like you idolise you as an icon and someone that's given you so many memories, it's hard to hear people
be so rude about him.
Now, in my opinion, calling him pathetic is I'm like Julian. It isn't the worst thing to do, but
it's ridiculous.
But that's because we look at Wenger in a bit different light to you. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I heard what you're saying. And listen, I used to rate Paul, but when he come out, I said, you can't say that.
If someone comes out, okay, look, I hold Muhammad Ali up there, yeah?
Oh, legend.
If someone comes out and says something about Muhammad Ali in terms of being pathetic or something like that, then yes, I'd feel a way against that person because, listen, I hold him to high regard, and that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Whereas for you, Wenger is in that
absolutely.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. But Turkish, don't get me wrong, it's
What
also
are you
what
more
the club did for him.
offended by? Him being disrespectful and not
Disrespectful
grateful.
and not I think it's ridiculous.
That's what you're upset by.
That's what I
not
mean.
even what he really called Wenger.
No, I mean I'm upset about that as well.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, what the club did for you to go that way, is terrible. It's terrible. And you're right. Keane has, but I've not heard
They're
Keane
gonna get
call him
another
pathetic.
Oh,
Poor defending there.
yeah.
Yeah, that back post one I thought was going out, but he just swung it back in.
You know, I'm not on the mic, but Patino pressed horribly there.
Yeah.
Charging in, the guy just went past him and flew through. Sorry, as a young player, it happens, but
In their
that's where it
middle.
all broke down. Also, we're playing a back three, which is really weird. Look at that.
That was good.
Once again, no one's closing down.
Sloppy. Look,
Yeah, it's-
seven
they-
men in there, and no one's got the one guy.
No one's closing
Also,
down. again.
Cedric as well didn't really close that off.
They're not playing as a unit. That's the thing.
Yeah, it was all of them. Because if Cedric had gone into him there, he wouldn't have won the ball to play it back over because he might have like knocked it out or missed it.
So 4-3. There's been goals in the game. 17 minutes to go. Need to get Marquinhos on the ball some more.
Yeah.
Jesus on the ball.
But fair enough, Turkish. Yeah, we can round it off.
Yeah.
It's probably gone a little
Change
bit
the
too long.
topic. Should we play a trivia game?
Ty loves those.
Oh, I love
We had a
trivia.
really good one the other day, innit?
Yeah. Unfortunately,
What was the
yesterday I got
question?
it wrong.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Yeah, it was. Robbie, what do you mean? What the
You were
question
with
from
Robbie
last time?
yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah.
who else?
Oh, what the question from yesterday was? When was the first European Championship?
Oh, unlucky.
Ah.
19.
Know that?
24.
It would have been 19. It's quite late. It was something like it was in France, I think. 1976, maybe.
No.
78? No, 76.
No.
Was it in the 60s?
72.
It was in the 60s.
Was
Hey.
It was 68. 68.
It was in the 60s.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. It was in the 60s.
I think he did.
This
get
is-
that.
And I'll leave.
64.
Oh no, I'll leave it there.
Oh,
Because
is it going to be a rude number? Is it?
no.
It's got to be a round number.
No. I'll leave it there because Helen has done so well. It was 1960, and I said 1958.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So I was really gutted.
Nice, man.
That's a good shout,
where you
Helen.
want
That's
to
a
be.
guess.
That's where you
That's
want
a
the striker to
complete
be, in
guess.
and
No,
around
no,
6
I
yards.
Yeah, it's a great guess, Helen. It's a great guess.
It's great from Patino, not
Yeah.
quite this bit, but a bit before as well.
Yeah.
But James
Harvey
is
celebrating
always
in the
and
background.
around there. Nice.
Oh,
really
nice. He
good,
knows where the
Brilliant.
goal
His
Oh.
hands
is.
out. Great.
Right, who put that
Right,
ball in? Was it
Martinelli.
Patino? Martinelli.
No, Martinelli.
Martinelli.
Wasn't it Martinelli? I'm sure that was Martinelli.
Hold on.
Cross, yeah.
Yeah, Martinelli.
It was, yeah.
Lovely.
Gabby to Gabby.
Nice.
Nice.
Jesus
Lovely.
again.
I know, but look, they've got an understanding, these
But
boys.
the question
Brazil.
is why didn't he start then? Is the question.
No, it's fine.
It's about
It's
managing
fine.
minutes.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, it's because we're able to come back. If we weren't able to come back,
Yeah, but it's a friendly tie.
it is not. But even still,
Not
though,
deep, but-
losing would be negative, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so
You know, that's
winning
what I'm
is a
saying.
But letting in
positive.
3 goals ain't great, really.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's still
But
something.
it's
Like,
fine.
from
It's
a
fine if you
defensive
score 5.
Yes,
perspective,
absolutely.
Like the defence hasn't
Yeah.
been
Second half has been
solid.
much
Yeah.
better.
It has been much better.
But the
Better
issues we had
attacking,
last
take them
season,
back.
we didn't score enough.
No,
And what have we
totally.
done in the first 2 games? We've scored 10 goals.
That's true. But we've conceded.
Not even finished yet.
We've conceded 4. But we've conceded 4 though.
Okay,
This
but
is why I
we've-
said
yeah.
once a year, Julie.
You included tying
Maybe
that
we play
comment.
Ipswich 19
Yeah.
times and we play Nuremberg 19
Okay.
times. And I'll say
Yeah.
we're
I
going to
mean,
win
we're
the
going to
league.
win the league, aren't we?
Oh, Julian,
It's a good start. We can only beat what's in front of
Julian,
us.
I love that positivity. But like we're saying, it is just pre-season.
Yeah,
If we
it's
can do
just-
that
I'm
when
not
the
getting
season
that.
starts.
I'm not
It's not
saying
even
that
about
because
the pre-season, it's
we've
about
scored.
who you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly as well.
well.
Ipswich
that we've
5-1.
scored 10 goals
I mean, what? Am I
in
gonna
less
sound really
than
rude?
less than 2 games.
Go on.
Because we've still got 15 minutes to go.
Who,
It does
Ipswich?
not mean we're going to win the
Championship.
league, of course, but
Are they in the
it's a good
Championship?
indication that we're kind of looking at resolving our big issue from last season, which was we didn't score enough goals.
That's why we signed a striker.
But then, but
Okay, whatever the strategy, it seems to be working.
Championship, we've got every chance of improving our goals.
Okay,
We conceded too many goals as well.
we have.
I think so. I think
Yeah,
so, and that's a worry.
definitely that
That's
is
a
a
worry.
worry.
It is pre-season. No, Julian, listen. It's great what you're saying, but to me, it's just pre-season, and it's about getting
Winding
it.
you up, you know.
Yeah, I know.
It's about getting it. No,
Okay,
what you're
so
saying is
everyone
cool.
was doom and gloom at half time, weren't they?
No,
We were-
no, Julian likes to.
I don't know if we were doing
Positive,
disappointed.
reminds us
Disappointed.
of-
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if
was
we were
disappointed.
disappointed.
Me and you, we were all disappointed in that first half performance.
But we have turned
second
it
half
around.
performance.
Much better.
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
only scored 1 in the second half.
Yes.
So
Martinelli's
we're
made a
actually
big
winning
difference out there as well on the
5-1
left.
in the second half of this game.
Because all the
Yes,
play,
that's
most of
true.
the play's been on the left.
That is
So,
true. That's true. That's true.
whereas
That is
it
true.
was a little bit like
Only one of the goals when Jesus picked it up on the right. That was the only one.
Yeah, most of it's come from the left.
Yeah, Chino, you're right, Hannah.
Middle.
I do like a bit of trivia.
Yeah, you do.
All right, so here's a question.
Go on.
Okay, so if I can get the wording right on this, the Premier League
Yeah.
is formed in
I like-
1992.
I like about Arsenal. Though,
Okay,
but yeah, go on.
1992.
Yeah.
Now, it was formed
Yes.
by all the clubs in the first division
Yes, it was.
voting
Yes,
to join the Premier League.
that's right.
Which two teams voted to join the Premier League but never played in the Premier League?
What a great question.
What teams were voted to join?
Which two teams voted to join but never ever
When was
played in the
that?
Premier League?
Would it
1992.
have been Sheffield Wednesday?
Was
Rangers Celtic?
Millwall one?
No,
Millwall?
I was going.
no.
Can't be
Was
Rangers
Millwall one?
Celtic,
No,
'cause they
it
wouldn't have
wasn't.
ever been in
Not
it.
Millwall.
They've tried.
All right, so I'll give you a clue.
It's a good question.
It was two of the three teams that were relegated that season that never ever came back up.
Sheffield Wednesday, one of them?
Nope,
No, that was
Bradford.
nope,
Who would have been in the
Hold on, who got
Coventry?
relegated?
nope.
no, they come
So who got relegated in '92 when Leeds won the league, isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Well,
in fact-
Leeds might be
Oh,
one of no, they've
No,
come
not
back
Leeds.
up.
Leeds have
Yeah.
come back up. What did you say?
Luton.
Correct.
Well done, Harvey. Harvey's got
What
Luton.
about?
And
And
Me
I
and
tell you
Leo
who
in the
else?
chat said Luton as well.
Yeah,
So I'll give
Yeah,
yeah,
but
but
see,
he
he's
might
doing-
be using Google.
What,
So
Turkish?
Forest?
Exactly.
nope, because Forest are back.
No.
Well,
Hold on.
I know
yeah,
who it
Are
is.
you talking
Yeah.
about
Who's
92?
the team that-
92,
Yeah, it
93
was-
or 91,
yeah, it was
92?
two teams. that were-
Derby.
No,
Derby.
No,
No, Derby played.
Derby.
Come back up
No,
against
yeah,
them.
Derby. Pardon? So the next, there's one more team. Luton was correct,
Luton.
and that question was actually posed to me by another friend of mine, Perry Groves,
It's not Oldham
another
Athletic.
legend.
It's not Oldham Athletic.
Yeah, that was
Could
one that
be
I said it
Oldham.
was
A
incorrect.
few
But
guesses
it's a
from
very
the
good
chat.
guess.
Yeah,
We've
tell us
got,
in the chat.
Millwall, we've got
Bradford
Halifax,
City.
No.
Accrington Stanley, and
No.
Middlesbrough.
Nope. Correct.
Oh, is it?
Harvey,
These are
Harvey
using
wins.
Google.
Yeah.
No, well, listen, Harvey, that's...
very
Everyone at home's
good.
got Google.
Listen,
No, but
even if Harvey wasn't here, he'd still you be able to use his brain. So, you know...
no, Harvey knew.
Harvey's clever. Wow, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Notts County and who? Look at...
And Luton
Wow, that's
voted.
amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
Why were they in the league?
Yeah, they got
'cause
relegated that season. I remember.
They had the famous
so Ian
plastic
Wright
pitch, didn't they?
scored a hat trick in the last few minutes to send Luton down. It was the last day of the North Bank. Remember that? And the North Bank got knocked down to make. Remember the
flats.
mural? Not the flats, but they rebuilt the North Bank with seats after that.
Was that Luton or was that Southampton when
No,
we
it was
won 5-1?
It was Luton.
And he became top goal
It was
scorer.
Luton. Last game of season and last game.
At Highbury.
No, not a Highbury. Last game that the
that
North
happens
Bank,
in
in its old form of standing,
They got
was
renovated.
there. It got knocked down, and then they built that other stand.
And what year was that?
It was, I think, it was '92.
Are you sure that wasn't we beat Southampton 5-1?
No, so we beat
Remember-
Southampton 5-1. The first game of the Invincibles of when we just lost to
No,
Leeds the Saturday before.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
and Jermaine Pennant scored about 4
Yeah,
goals.
no, I know that. I'm talking about because with Ian,
Yeah.
did he become the top goal scorer that season?
Yes.
No, it wasn't Luton, Junior. It was Southampton.
I think it was Luton.
No, it was Southampton because we won 5-1.
Can people at home Google this
No, it was
quickly and
Southampton.
let us know? Let's settle
was not
this.
Luton Town, it was
I want to know
Southampton.
who's right.
And then they had that.
I know I'm right.
And
without
then they
trying to
had that
be
big
funny.
billboard, and Ian
Yeah.
Wright wasn't chosen to go to the Euros.
Yes, he was,
and
he was
behind, and
Southampton.
the billboard said, "Behind every great goalkeeper is a ball from Ian Wright."
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was Southampton.
It was great
We
line.
won
It
5-1.
was Southampton. You were wrong.
Yeah, Southampton.
That's right. Go and leave.
You know where the door
I was
is.
going to say Luton. Yeah, because I remember I was there. I remember it.
But Luton definitely. I'll have
Okay.
to check that.
Whilst there's an injury to deal with out there, because one of the Nurnberg players, I think, has twisted his ankle or something. There is a phone number on your screen, people. The full-time reaction show is back. James will be conducting that show after this game. So
Come on, James.
a few of us will be coming in
James
and
is
out,
in
but
the
obviously send your
building.
thoughts in, your videos to that phone number there at full-time. We've got about 10 minutes left, including injury time, I guess. So send your video reactions in about 10 minutes. And yeah, James will go through them with a couple of other guests.
Who's the guest? Okay. Still in.
This is a pre-season goal, but Jesus has looked very
Yeah.
Very good. Very
Lively.
good.
Jesus has had a
Yeah.
very good
If he can
introduction.
do that when the season starts, we've got a
Do you know
great
what?
signing.
he needs to
quite
grasp a bit
confident.
of like the
Yeah.
leadership as well,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's not old. He's 25, but when he looks around, he's one of the older ones in the.
He's
in
definitely
the
one
attack
of
for
the
sure.
bigger players.
And
yeah.
he's gonna be our main man, which he wasn't at Manchester City. So that's
yeah.
gonna give him
And
more as
also
well.
he's coming in.
And who's captain since?
Yeah.
He's won
Because
everything.
Bellerin's
He's
off,
won
isn't
everything.
There's no
Helen,
one else in that dressing room that has done
And
that,
this-
and that is
That's
big.
Absolutely. We said that.
Who's captain now?
Not sure, but from when Bellerin's captain at the beginning, it doesn't matter who's captain after that.
Okay.
That doesn't mean anything.
Turkish switched off after that.
Right.
Yeah, forget it. Forget it. They basically said
There's
forget
no more
it.
positives now in the captain.
No, in the not in this game.
Look, they started.
Let's hope they-
It's done.
Unless this does turn out to be his testimonial, and then
Yeah,
cool.
I
then-
mean,
give
who
it,
would you like, ideally, if you had your choice? Would it be Tierney?
For
For
me,
captain.
Yeah, just in general.
If-
Forget
if
all
he- if he
this,
could
like
stay
1, 2,
fit,
3, 4, 5.
Tierney's the outstanding
I think he-
candidate,
yeah.
if he could stay
Yeah.
fit. But in terms of fit players, I guess you're looking
Or Gabriel as well. Gabriel, I think Gabriel's not a bad
Odegaard,
shout.
Gabriel. Yeah, in terms of fit players, yeah,
Mm.
but they don't fill me with much. Like Tierney, for me, in terms of his character mentality,
Yes.
It's that
he's a
hunger,
He would
isn't
be,
it?
yeah, he would be, yeah.
Desire
He would
to
be
win.
this, yeah, he would,
He's
yeah,
got
yeah.
winning
I hear that, I do hear that.
mentality, yeah.
I don't think Aaron's a bad shout as well, to be fair.
No, I wouldn't give it to a goalkeeper.
Well, David was a captain, wasn't he, Seaman?
Who?
I don't really remember him being the captain.
Oh, he just
Yeah,
come on,
he was
yeah.
Maybe the
captain.
odd time that-
Number 68.
The
He was
one
captain
that
for
you
a bit.
got.
I still don't agree with goalkeepers being captains.
No, that's not him. That's another player. I'm not sure who that player is, Helen. I know he's got blonde hair. I can't remember his name.
For who?
For us, the one we signed for Fulham.
Oh, Fike. How do I say his
Sorry?
name?
That's it, Mika.
Mika, that's it, Mika.
Yeah. And
He's gone on loan now.
is it?
It's Germany.
Oh, that's good. And the funny thing is, he's also a big character because there was one time, right, we was playing in, we had a game on the 23s,
Oh, who's that?
and we were.
He's-
He's gone to Holland actually.
He's
All
quite
right.
tall, isn't he?
Yeah, he's massive.
He's big, isn't he?
That's terrible timing
Who's that,
Pablo.
Murray?
on the
What for?
tackle.
But this is what we want, isn't it? This is what we want, isn't
No,
it?
you want him to time him.
No, but you know, if he's going to take one for the team,
No,
even
but
if
he's
it's in
not.
the
He
friendly,
should have. I mean, that was such a late tackle. He
That's
could have
so
been playing
bad.
in
He's
the
out of
Ipswich game.
control.
that is a bit dangerous.
He's out of control there.
That is a bit dangerous. But yeah, going back to Mika, yeah, he is a bad tackle. You're right, he's a bad tackle. No need for that.
Abrima says, I'm watching the game live in Germany. Gabriel Jesus is unreal.
Oh,
Massive
that's
signing.
really nice to see.
Let's hope so. Let's
Yeah.
hope so. Let's hope so.
He's looking the part.
Yeah. Going back
So
to
far.
going back to Mika. So we were under 23s and we were winning the game, and we
How
just
old
hanging.
is he? Is he about 20?
But yeah, only
Yeah.
that. I think he scored a hat trick in the development team at Kings Meadow against Chelsea. When we were down to 10, we went down to 10 as well. We beat them 6-1. Yeah, so you know what he did? He got fouled and he went down. And when the whistle went, he jumped back up, which I thought was brilliant. So, you know, he's got, you know, and we're saying we need more of that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of dark arts. That's what you.
Yeah, absolutely. Turkish, absolutely.
But that's the potential.
This is what I'm saying. That's
So
what I like.
I really hope, you know, they all fulfil
Absolutely. So do I.
what, you know, what
But-
they can do.
But like we're saying, they need the chance.
Yeah,
they need the chance.
definitely. And
Quick
that's-
question that goes round. Let's start with you, Ty.
Yeah.
How many goals does Jesus get in the Premier League next season? Just a guess.
Oh, I'm hoping at least 20. At least.
Yeah.
20. Julian?
Yeah, I mean, on today, just the first few minutes, seeing how he's fitted in, I would say 20 plus.
Yeah,
Same 20
I think 20 plus, 22, 20 to 25. I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
Turkish? What do you think?
What do I want him to get, or what do I think
What do
he's
you
gonna
think?
Well, what do you think?
get? What do I think?
What do you think and what do you want? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I think? Let's say he's fit. He starts the majority of games. I'd say 17.
Okay. Not that far
Which
out.
is not too bad. Which is not too bad. But what you think?
What would
But
you
what do you
like?
want? What do you like?
Oh, 20,
Well, it's
come on.
acceptable.
From a new
Yeah.
striker, you got to be expecting 20. That should be the
Yeah.
minimum. I know
Yeah.
modern day football is different and the goals are
Yeah.
shared, but
Also depends if
For
he takes
me, it's-
is he taking penalties?
That's a
but we don't
Yeah.
have a penalty taker, do we? At the end of last
There's
season,
Lacazette.
Saka took
Yeah,
a couple,
so
Martinelli
if
took
he's a-
one.
Yeah, if he takes penalties,
I
we didn't
think
get
he
that.
does
many.
generally.
Well, listen,
don't
17 is not bad though, Turkish. Though. 17 still be good,
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah, although the Saka's 2 penalties were good.
Very good.
I'll tell you what, that Ainsley's penalties are deadly.
Yeah,
I like
they were
it.
good,
He's
yeah.
so cool
Absolutely
and
brilliant.
calm.
Absolutely brilliant. They
Not
were
that
fantastic.
he'll probably be featuring in the games to take penalties, but he's good.
No,
It's a good penalty
he's on
to
the way
take
out,
on.
I assume. There's a few now. I expect a few outgoings in the next couple of weeks, man. Like,
Who do you think will go?
Bellerin, let's hope. Pepe needs to be sorted out.
Yeah.
He does, yeah. He does.
But we need a replacement really before. Can't just let
I
him
think that's why
go.
they're trying to get a winger in though,
The
isn't
thing
it?
is, shouldn't Pablo come off now if he's on yellow
Mari
card?
as well, yeah, he's another one that in the next couple of weeks maybe see him
Yeah,
off.
I just don't think he's good enough. Like, I've never really over.
I
He's
think.
better than Holding, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I think,
No, do you
feel
think
like-
so?
Yeah,
After that tackle I just saw, I thought Holding.
Yeah, but what did Holding do
Pardon?
against Tottenham? Come on.
Look, he had a bad 20 minutes because he
had a
didn't
bad-
last any
Not for any
longer
longer.
against Tottenham. But other than that, I thought he did really
He's
well.
had a bad Arsenal career.
I don't agree with that. I think
Holding
he's.
has had.
I
I
don't
think he's
think
had some
Holding
really
is
great
the level
performances. I remember
required.
against Diego Costa in that FA Cup.
oh yeah,
That
that
was
superb.
the only brilliant game I remember him
The
playing.
ACL injury ruined it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before the ACL, I thought he was a very good player.
I think he's good cover.
Yeah.
He was a good player.
I think he's good cover.
ACL was
Oh, get me into that. But then you can say the same for Bellerin. Hector was never the same after it.
exactly the same.
Oh yeah, where is
Yeah,
he?
Hector, yeah.
And to be fair, we need to be mindful of injuries
Absolutely.
that players get through their journey
Absolutely.
because it's really,
Yeah.
really hard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but if you're
Because
not good
they-
enough, it's unfortunate. But
It's not about they're not good enough. They
No.
can't get
Okay.
back
Exactly.
to
But
whether
then you're
it's
not
their
good enough.
speed, they're
No.
scared, they've got
Yeah.
a fear to go into
but
certain
then you're not good
challenges.
enough.
No.
Whatever the reason, you're not good enough.
Julian,
So,
you,
Yeah, but if
Julian,
they're under contract, the club just
Julian,
can't
you
get
can't-
rid of these
Julian,
players.
no, you
you
can
know-
sell them.
I don't think you can say that because look at the injury that Aaron had and he still was able to get back.
Yeah,
He's one
but
of the
it
very
didn't-
few.
That's what I'm
Very
saying.
few.
So I don't think it's not
Oh.
that you're good enough. It's not that you're not good enough. It's sometimes you're not physically able. Vass was good enough.
See that Aaron Ramsey's
But he was
stylistically
still.
changed a little bit. I'm not
Yes,
saying
he
he
Yeah,
did.
he had to change the way he played his football after
Yeah.
that. How he
Before his injury, he was still.
would fly into a lot of things,
Listen.
and you could see he had to
He
change.
made an amazing recovery
He
for
did.
what happened to him.
He did, yeah.
But
Yeah.
so yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, I just think he was the exception to the rule.
He was, but
But-
then yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that for me, it doesn't matter. It's unfortunate. You can feel sorry for the player that he didn't realise his potential because of that injury. But ultimately, as Arsenal, it doesn't really matter if they're not up to the level. For whatever the reason, they're not good enough, so
Yeah.
they can't play.
So then you can
Yeah, but it's
say
not
why
their
a certain
fault, though.
player's still at the club,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's not their fault though because I look at Eduardo and I look at
Eduardo's
Vass,
a good example. Yeah.
and they were definitely good enough. They
were
had
good
their
enough, but
careers.
once-
Then when
But
that
then when the
happened,
injury
we
happened,
weren't
they
reactional
weren't
as a
good
club
enough.
To get players
They weren't good
in.
enough.
They
Yeah.
weren't good enough because of what happened to
No,
them,
no,
which is
but
unlucky.
but I don't. But I think they were good enough. I think their opportunities were taken by reckless opposition players.
Yes, I agree. So what happened was the opportunity to be good enough was taken away from him.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. But then that doesn't mean they're not good enough. Then does it? It means
No,
that
but they weren't
been-
good enough after the injury to be
Yes,
up to standard
yes,
because
yes.
of, and you're quite
Of what
right,
happened. Yeah,
they
yeah.
were disgraceful, terrible tackles.
ridiculous tackles that weren't punished
Yeah.
properly. That weren't punished
Shawcross,
properly.
innit?
Shawcross
Shawcross.
and Martin Taylor
Yeah.
and Dan Smith
And Dan Smith,
as well.
Come on, man.
who ruined
Disgusting.
3 careers.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was so bad.
yeah.
But it is a physical
But
game.
Eduardo's was shocking.
They were all
was shocking.
actually
Like,
shocking.
that was,
It was shocking.
It was
awful.
horrible.
I mean, all
Yeah.
of them are bad.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, probably the Eduardo one was.
I think
the,
Eduardo-
And Aaron
I think
Ramsey was
Eduardo was
similar.
the first one that was kind of like picked
Yeah.
up on TV in that way as well.
For Arsenal, the first one I saw was a boost for Coventry
Oh,
against Man
yes.
United,
Yes,
and there
yes,
was
yes.
so much blood on the pitch.
Yes, yes. His legs sort of snapped in half.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he
Yeah, I
never
remember
played
that.
again.
They couldn't even show the picture.
Listen, it's just bad anyway. I hate seeing.
It is bad, it is
But
bad.
that's part of, unfortunately, it's part of football. It is a physical game.
But that
Yeah.
isn't. But Junior, that's not reckless tackles. Is
Yeah.
not part of football. I'm sorry. It's
Well,
not part of football.
So what Mari did just there, you can mistime
He
something.
was off the floor. He's
Listen,
flying,
if he gets sent off,
studs showing.
you can miss it in a
That's
second.
horrible.
Look,
You
those
can-
tackles were terrible tackles.
You can.
What was going through those players' minds that made those tackles? Did they mean to do that?
Absolutely.
I
Some
don't. I'm not
players
sure.
do,
Only
some
they know.
don't.
I'm not saying
Absolutely.
they did or they didn't, but you can be a split second late and you can do that to
They
someone.
meant it. And what I mean,
I
they
think
didn't
only
mean-
they know that.
No, unless Martin Taylor, whether he's right, because come out and say, I think they meant it. I'm
Well,
not.
they're not going to come out and say they meant it.
Exactly.
Really,
What then?
if
So
they
I'm,
did.
I'm saying,
Nice. Ah, lucky.
brilliant. I'm saying they meant it, and they can contradict me if they want. I'm saying they meant it. I'm not saying they
Well, they
meant.
have contradicted it because they said they didn't mean it.
Yeah, well, they're liars then. I'm calling them liars.
So,
No, I'm calling them
that's
liars.
your opinion,
And
but
if they
ultimately
don't,
they're the only ones that really know.
no, but
Time
no,
whistle
but
goes. Nice comeback, man.
Yeah.
Nice comeback.
yeah, but the thing is, Julian, the reason
Tino
why
come on done well as well. So.
the reason why I'm saying
Yeah.
they meant it, I'm not saying they meant to break their
Aw,
legs.
look at that. That's lovely. Is he getting a selfie? That's so sweet. Aw. Is he the ball? Is he the ball boy?
Nah,
Yeah, he's a ball
No,
boy.
they're not.
Nurnberg. Yeah, I think he's a
They're the ball
Nurnberg
boys. Yeah. Oh, look, they're all only running up to Jesus.
Yeah, he's a star. Brilliant. And that could really help his career.
It could help him. It could help his
I think
confidence.
Yeah, he will.
Because at Man City, what would they do? They'd be running up to Aguero and he'd be like the odd man out.
Yeah.
No, Julian, the reason why I'm saying that is because, you know why? Because of the managers they played under. Because McLeish and Pulis were not even upset. They said, oh, no, it's nothing. So those managers would have said, if you can leave one in on them, do it. That's why I think they meant it. I don't think they meant to break their legs, but I think they meant to take them out.
Yeah, you did that
They
culture
went
back in
into
the day.
Yeah.
No, Allardyce as well.
I think on
Allardyce,
that
McLeish,
basis,
even Ferguson.
that the players were a reflection of the manager. So
Yes.
you've got a point.
Now it's full-time, people. There's a phone number on the screen. Now is the time to get your full-time video reactions into that number. Roughly 15 minutes after this stream ends, you're going to have James on the full-time reaction show. A few of us coming in and out, and that's where your videos will be played. And, you know, we'll discuss what we've just seen. Two very different halves. We've come out of it 5-3 winners. Jesus with what is
Should we
essentially
talk about
a perfect appearance off the bench.
Yes,
A
absolutely.
couple goals, a couple that he really could have got on the end of and made it a hat-trick. But
I was going to talk about Julian's lovely T-shirt.
Yes.
I like that, Julian.
Oh, thank you, Helen.
Supporting our new Brazilian family in the team.
Yes.
let me see it.
Have you seen it? It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it
I know,
fits
it's
when I breathe
AFTV,
in.
innit?
When you breathe in.
Yeah, when I breathe in, it fits.
People, shop.aftv.co.uk if you want something like that. A variety of colours, 10% off. Use the code Jesus and you can get yourself 10% off. Only up until this Sunday, actually. So you've got a couple of days left.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
limited availability.
Yeah.
But I
But
feel
it's-
it's
I
like-
don't know if it is different colours. It's green for Brazil.
Yeah, but there's other
Yeah.
T-shirts.
There's
Okay.
different
Yeah,
styles.
yeah.
We've got Tomiyasu T-shirts I've seen. I think.
Takahiro,
What else have we got?
Thierry
We've
the
got a few,
King.
innit? Yeah.
Thierry, Emil, Bukayo.
We've got a
Yeah.
few. We've got a
This
few.
could be the new king.
It could
Let's
be.
hope
Yeah.
so. Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so. Very early days.
It is
yeah.
early
It's very
days.
early days.
Yeah, same. Julian makes me laugh. Remember when you said Arteta, when you had that Arteta and Ferguson comparison? Now you're saying
Yeah,
it
but
might be, it might be.
Be
like,
careful what you say.
No, I'm saying could. I'm not saying will, but
Cool.
there's a chance.
Alright, cool.
There's
yeah.
always a chance.
There's
You're
always a
planting the
chance.
seed. How are you feeling about that game, though? Thoughts quickly before we do call it a day, Helen.
Listen, it's good to see Jesus coming on. What I've taken from this is how comfortable he looks playing
Yes.
with Eddie. Firstly, for me,
Yeah, the link-up was
the
good.
link
Yeah,
up
yeah,
was
yeah.
good. The communication was good. Gabby, Martinelli as well. All of their instinctive play. I look for stuff like that. For me, I can't look beyond the opposition right now. It's
Yeah.
a friendly
Yeah.
pre-season, but for me, it's just looking at the communication when the right players that I know are going to be
It's
featured.
about gelling.
Yeah, and I see that there's a natural movement with them and chemistry, so that to me is positive.
And I liked how Jesus not only came on and showed quality, but he came on and showed a bit of leadership in a sense where he
Absolutely.
took the ball, he wanted
And
to
he's in the
control
right
with it.
areas as well,
Absolutely.
which I would always be looking, and there was no one in that last
Yeah.
box waiting to tap for a tap in, and he was in there a lot today.
He
So it's
started the
just,
first one by grabbing it from the right hand side, cutting in.
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
it over and then
Yeah.
back in
Yeah.
there to finish it.
Right here, we're going to see the first one. So
Yeah.
here he is picking it up. Cuts in, drives
I think
in,
that was
ball
to
inside,
Eddie as
follows
was it.
it.
And
Eddie
look,
there
look at
again.
the
Eddie
little turn of
was
speed.
It's a good finish.
Yeah, good finish, turn of speed, desire,
And his other goal, his
ability.
two own goals, he's in the 60
Yeah.
yard
He's in the-
box,
yeah.
he's in
He's
the 18
making
yard
it
box.
happen
Happen, yeah.
because he's that threat in the box.
Yeah.
We have to see that in the league, man. Get in the box and just finish
Yeah.
the chances.
Well,
man.
absolutely.
That's what we need. Julian,
We do
thoughts on the
need
game?
that.
Well, I'd have been more impressed with his performance had Nuremberg been in the top division of German football. I actually
If
thought
it
they
was
were.
Bayern
I
Munich.
mean, the thing is, German football is a good standard. The top league is anyway. I don't know much about the second division, but it was very poor that first half. I was disappointed with the goalkeeper. I know that this guy in America got a bit upset, but if that's the standard of the top American keeper, then it's not a very high standard. Hopefully that's a one-off. But when
Hopefully.
so it's when Jesus came on, then it changed, and there was some good performances, not just from him. El Neni.
Mohamed,
El
yeah.
Nene's
You know,
goal
that
good,
was
yeah.
it doesn't matter what the standard is,
Yeah.
who you're playing. That shot, that was
And he
was
had
a
another
great,
one
yeah,
that he
another
did well
one.
with, to
It
be
was
honest.
a great shot, and what they showed, which I liked, and again, all right, they didn't play a high quality opposition, but they showed that desire, which is so important in football. So yeah, the
Yes.
second half, I'm happy with it. First half, really suspect.
Yeah, well, first pre-season game, we'll let them off in the first 45. Ty, thoughts?
Before I carry on, I want to say something more about Paul Messenger.
I was about to call it a day.
We don't have long enough.
I'll leave you two here live. You two can go all night if you want.
As you can tell, my jokes are quite bad,
You'll
aren't
come
they?
back in 12 months.
Yeah, see you again.
My jokes are quite bad. I'm only
No,
kidding.
that was a good one, Ty. That was a good one. You got the chat worried.
Thank you. Yeah, a good ending, a very bad start, and listen, it is only pre-season, so you obviously can't get carried away either way. But I think it's something to look at, because if we look at last pre-season, we started like that and we went into the season losing our first 3 games. So hopefully it's things to look at. Obviously that team wouldn't start, and the team that did start in the second half was superb. But the caution I would say, and obviously I'll try to be positive, is that we have to look at that and look at the first half and see that's not the way to start.
Eliminate that start.
Absolutely, and look at the second half and say that's the way we have to start games.
Yeah. Well, where is it? Everton next, Baltimore 17th.
That's
so
right, yes.
We've got a little time between that.
And you're going to be going, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to be out there.
Brilliant.
Enjoy. First time in America.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
to
brilliant.
America.
Yeah, first time.
Brilliant.
It's mad. I don't know.
Turkish.
I missed
Have a nice
of the
time.
Miami trips back in the uni days. I missed a couple of those, but
Really?
Yeah,
so
America's
here
amazing.
Orlando, first time.
You'll have a great
I
time.
love
too.
Orlando.
There's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do. Yeah, you're going to be out there now.
Yeah, I'm going to be out
Orlando.
there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very big place.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, you've been there as
I
well,
see an
Helen?
outlet there already that I want
I'm the only one that hasn't.
I like
Quickly,
Florida.
just to round it up, time man of the match.
It can only be Jesus.
Can only be
Yeah,
in
it can only be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jesus.
I think it's a unanimous one. Jesus, people, let us know in the comment section your man of the match, your thoughts. Leave it all in the comments, and obviously there's a phone number still on your screen. Get your video reactions in for the full-time reaction show. James will be going live in about 10 minutes, so look out for that. Stay tuned, and yeah, hit the like button on your way out. Love for the love, people, as always.
Absolutely.
Hope you
Thanks
guys
for
have
watching.
enjoyed. Love and peace. We're out.
Peace.